Welcome back after a small break because life is hard. We are back once again in today's episode entitled Tentacle Difficulties. The crew has an underwater magical adventure with surprisingly little hentai humor. As they delve deeper into the island grotto where we left off last time, there's some bargaining, low borderline OCD, and some generally odd conversations. But will the group triumph after all? You have to listen and find out. You guys have a happy and safe holiday, and we'll catch you in the new year. We hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
We're live.
Huzzah.
That
Well,
was
live is a bit of an overstatement. It's more like wrapping up. Okay. So, housekeeping notes. Nex is not here because he has to work, which sucks. And Twinki may or may not be joining us at some point in the near future. Yeah, you know what? I'm with you, Noel. I'm right there with you. So I did listen to the last recording to make sure my notes weren't a fever dream, and they are not. So I am fairly confident I know what happened last time. The team split up because they love to do that. After beating a dragon turtle into submission, y'all tracked it like it was a great white whale to a freaky little island out in the middle of nowhere. And while some of you remained on the boat, others ventured forth. The away team soon wandered into a small series of crevices which held the long faded and half-read carvings of some sort of Lirinel, whether it's a temple or what have you. Definitely religious markings that were identified but not fully translated. And then, in a moment of lucidity, decided to call upon the remaining party on the boat, including your healer, in order to join you before venturing any further into what is a scary place. What?
Weren't they trapped in there or something?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
They did. There's no apparent way to go back the way that they came. And so before going any further into a damp and soggy cave, they decided to take a short rest, which you did do. So if you have not applied those effects, please do so. I will also require the away team to roll a. Give me one moment. I just had it in my hand. An investigation check, real quick, while I finish the recap.
Let me roll my dice real quick.
Oh, you
That
don't
is
have
not
to.
investigation.
Pretty close.
Lily and Kern are exempt. It's strictly the away team that has to roll the investigation. Thank you very much. So while the away team was recuperating, Kern and Lily decided to hightail it to the island to assist as best they can, leaving Zachary alone on your ship.
Ooh. Why did we think that was a good idea?
She was asleep. Okay.
She was. She appeared to be asleep in the crow's nest as you left. Yeah.
You brought this up last
So-
session, and we decided it was probably fine. So I think we can just continue that assumption.
Can I say that like I undid like the rudder chain?
Oh, you
Because of the
pulled the
book.
distributor cap so she can't
Yeah.
run away.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't think we can quite retcon that, but
Well,
you
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, it is hilarious. No, that was a decision that was made. That decision that we're going with.
Mhm.
So yeah, we will pick up with Kern and Lily on approach vector to the island, while we see whether or not Twinki will be gracing us with his presence.
Who?
Yeah.
Was that the owl?
So Kern.
Yes.
You're making sound effects.
Oh, I'm just counting the number of hit dice I had.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, am I? Okay. I know Zachary from a different game. We are boned. Oh god.
That's not.
No, she's
That's
cool. It's
rude.
fine.
That's rude. She's changed. It's
Yeah.
Ari,
Because
I don't
stories
trust.
about-
I don't trust anything in your "it's gonna be fine" voice.
It's gonna be fine. No, this is, you left Zachary on your ship alone. That's fine.
You've only died twice, so I think for the most part, it usually is fine.
It generally is fine. Yeah, you guys will be fine. You're safe.
He basically
Zachary's
only
on
kills
your
us when
ship.
we ask for it.
Or if you do something extremely silly. But it's never permanent. It's
We have
fine.
done so many silly things and we haven't died.
That is true. You do sometimes
that-
get
if that
shuffled
was
off
the
into
rule, we'd all be
alternative
on our, like,
dimensions.
We'd have a baker's dozen of characters apiece at this point.
That is true. I mean, because Xylund kind of died for a little bit there, but he's much better now.
Yes.
I'm convinced Xylund's
So-
a zombie. Actually, though, like out of character, I'm convinced there's something going on there.
Says the person slowly turning silver.
Yeah.
That's not zombieism.
Buzz
That's
is here.
cool face stuff. Totally different.
Totally different. All different kettle of fish. All right. So, Kern, you are on Lily the Giant Magic Eagle.
Yes.
Yes, as you guys head to the island, and believe when we wrapped up at the end of the last session, if memory serves, you guys had already kind of done a circle just to sort of survey where it is, because you weren't that far, and you were told by the crew, how they got to where they are, but you are unable to see them from above. To you, the center of the island looks like effectively a solid piece of rock. It all just looks like a craggy mountain to you from above, which I believe you reported back to the group as they rested. So you are welcome to search the grounds or to continue trying to find a point from the air, whichever you prefer.
I'll give one more look at through the air. I'll do one more pass around before heading down to the ground.
Okay. Oculus is named Monkey. All right. So shall it be written? Yeah, from above, the island looks, to you, it looks a little strange. Again, you still can't see the crew from where you are, but it looks odd because it has a very, it has a misty effect that you can kind of see from the air. It's not as pervasive as what the rest of the crew ran into on the ground, but it is noticeable, as well as a very minor light change. What seems oddest to you is that from above, the plant life, you're not quite as versed as, say, Hildreth is, but having traveled quite a bit to various locations in your previous life, it looks closer to something that you would see south of Freyhaven. The plant life seems a little more jungle-like than you would expect for as far north as you
Right.
are. Yeah, other than that, you don't see anything noteworthy from above.
Okay. I will take the eagle down then.
The eagle has landed.
Oh boy.
So you land upon the lovely beach. The mist is a little more pronounced down here, and the changed quality of the light is definitely more noticeable once you're on the ground.
Mhm.
There's no noise at all. You can very clearly hear your own footfalls, and that is it. There's no sound of wildlife. There's no sound of civilization. You don't hear the crew at all. You don't really even hear the ocean lapping up on the beach, which you would expect. All you can hear is the sound of your own movement.
Look over it.
And the eagle.
Like it's quiet. Too quiet. I start trying to look for tracks.
All right.
Yeah.
You can roll your survival if you want.
Survival.
Ah.
Look at me survive.
Hey, look at you surviving. You wander your way around. The island is not very big, so it doesn't take too long to find evidence of the crew. You see where they originated, and then you can kind of follow each of their individual paths. By choosing one, it will lead you to the rock face where they were able to pass through, and you too can now see a cutaway in the rock that's big enough to slide through. Lily will have to de-polymorph
De-eagle.
in order to get through. It's not that big of a crevasse, but she can obviously fit just fine once she is tiefling again. She will just be oddly silent.
Even though we're about to go into a temple of Lyranel and we need
I
our
know.
translator.
I know. She is your
You left
translator.
behind the one person who could read.
So, and again, Lily is still available for that sort of thing. I can always do her roles, but I always hate role playing people who aren't here to role play for themselves. But yes, you and Lily are able to pass through the crevasse, and you're greeted with very much the same sight. It's a mix of rough and worked stone. You can kind of catch the half-worn reliefs. It's difficult to picture totally, but there is, and yeah, she will be Lorebot. But there is enough that you can get at least an impression that this was some sort of sacred space. As Lily will no doubt enlighten you as you travel through. Until you are finally able to make it to the convergence of all the paths into this open sort of glen where the rest of the crew is lounging and resting and just sort of hanging out, excuse me, by the looks of things. You can see them quite clearly and the cave mouth beyond them. The one that looks like the dilapidated temple. But they don't show any indication that they can see or hear you.
Hello. Hello.
And yeah, you guys aren't able to hear Kern. Or see him for that matter.
You hear
Your
like
surrounding
a
does not change.
insect buzzing. Eh.
Aw, that's rude.
I'm sorry, that's just this frog I've picked up. I found it under a rock.
Oh, okay. It's cute. Chubby frog.
Guys, this isn't funny. I'm right here. You guys called me down here. Hello. Start walking up to them.
I mean, check it
think it's
out.
like-
He croaks like louder than any other frog that I've ever seen.
Do you think it's like a Lyranel frog?
Oh God, I hope not. I dropped the frog.
Do I hear them?
As soon as you effectively breach the into the center section, you can. So you sort of pick them up in mid conversation. of the frog, of the Lyranel frog. And then there's almost like a vacuum effect where as soon as you pass close enough to see and hear them, the crevasse that you were traveling in disappears. Like you can almost feel the air shifting as it closes up behind you,
What?
behind the both
What?
of you.
Oh, hey, Kern. We found a frog.
I start like patting, I guess, the wall behind me.
Yeah, it's
which is
weird
now
and we can't go
unfortunately
back the way
stone.
we came.
I knew I should have put a pot behind me.
Didn't I mention this was a trap? I'm pretty sure I did.
You kind of left that out, I think.
Well, it's a trap.
Yay!
Oh, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Are you making a reference to something, Karen? Because I don't know it.
It was some admiral I used to know.
He's dead now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
How many Akbars were on his sleeve?
No, no, Michael, no. Jeez. Speaking of weird ranks, have you guys seen what Space Forces decided to call themselves?
Yeah. God damn it.
Uh-oh. I didn't.
They're the
Guardians.
which makes them the
Literally
Guardians
from
of the
Handmaid's
Galaxy.
Tale.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and I was, as soon as the insignia was released, I was like, I'm out. I can't do this. I can't take this seriously.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of friends that got transferred over to the Space
Oh,
Force. and they're
no!
just like, really?
Oh no!
Like they volunteered to do it, and then that was like last year when they like decided and put in for it, and they're just like, God damn it! Like Spaceman was like right there.
Yeah.
They should have used like Navy ranks, because I mean that's what all pop culture has told us. Like,
Yeah.
like use Navy ranks. We can't even have a
No.
Master Chief now. I mean,
No. Somebody's gonna have to be Groot instead.
mhm.
That's the way it rolls. I have to be a Star Lord.
So what do you think of this
Okay, so
frog,
you have
Karen?
all been. Let me, Davin, I'm gonna send you a message real quick in Discord.
Oh, good.
You guys can continue though.
Okay. Well,
Not to get too sidetracked, but is that something Biden can undo? Like, can he just come into office and be like, Guardians is kind of dumb and change it?
I'm pretty sure he can do whatever the hell he wants.
I mean, I'm getting out in like 11 days, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
No
So,
good for
like,
you.
Yeah. No. So I can do whatever I want and have no consequences,
Is that how that works?
basically. Well, like a year ago, they tried to make me swap jobs. So I was just like, no. And then they're like, this is going to hurt your career. So I just was like, okay, then I will get out.
Easy
I'll
enough.
do it.
So you guys have once again come together. We've
Yes.
discussed Navy rank, Space Force,
Okay.
and frogs.
Yeah. I'll go and be like, all right, we can't get out. I guess the only way forward is forward into the temple.
Yep. Maybe Lyranel's in there.
I don't want Lyranel to be in there because I think that'd just be a bad thing.
I get
Or
that we're
else-
gods, but I think actually fighting a god is still a little out of our.
Well, we wouldn't necessarily have to
Yeah.
fight her. We could maybe reconcile her with the other one,
I
Nanomath.
feel like we should address this theory of yours at some point, but I don't think now is the time.
Yeah.
I'd
I
say
feel
it's
like
more
more.
than a theory at
I
this
feel
point.
like more information is needed to confirm your hypothesis.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Well,
That's not how
maybe we
testing works.
maybe we can find more evidence inside of here.
Yep, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So we are traveling once again into the little tide pool cave. It's all blue and pretty and peaceful.
Actually, since
That's what you say
Lily
before you kill us.
isn't really doing anything, I'll get her to carry this coal with the tongs.
Wow. Okay.
She's the pack mule this session.
Wow. All right.
Savage.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, Lily would probably be.
I am a scholar.
Look at this coal. Pretty cool. Do you want to carry the coal?
She probably would carry the coal, honestly.
Yeah,
It is
probably.
pretty cool.
Well, it's because I want to hold the sword out in front of me so I can hear it scream if we're about to fall in
Die.
the pit or something.
Why do you
Uh,
have coal exactly?
We found it.
Yeah, we found it in the fire.
Yeah, he found it.
Right. Yes. Yes.
He
It doesn't
stole
go
it.
out. It constantly burns.
Yeah. Need for science that.
Mhm.
It does constantly burn. All right. So Lily is carrying the constantly burning coal
Correct.
because that's her job now, apparently.
Correct.
Although I'm pretty sure, as interesting as she found it, she'd also find it deeply offensive, but whatever. All right. So she is providing light for Team Human as you once
Team Human.
again go into go into the shaded depths of the little tide pool cave. Again, everything in here is actually pretty peaceful. There are paths that seem to wander off here or there, but it's very clearly an organic cave structure that has grown over something else. There's stalactites, stalagmites that have been built up over the years. Coral is invaded. There's phosphorescent fungus and moss that has made their home here. You can hear water in the background dripping from both the ceiling and from deeper into the cave. Yeah, there are mushrooms in here, as well as moss. You guys, on your first exploration, didn't really make it past the first sort of opening chamber. You didn't poke down any of the hallways or anything. So all of that is very much unexplored. You're free to go wherever it is you like.
So, what are our options further ahead? Are there branching tunnels or?
The room seems to go on for quite some time. Even with the ever burning coal, you can't see the back of it. So there's probably more to this approaching corridor, or there are little sides that just sort of branch out organically to the left and right. There's no rhyme or reason to them, really. Some of them are just wide spaces in the rock, and others are little crevasses that you would have to squeeze through to access what's beyond them.
I say we all split up and go in separate directions to explore this
Okay.
place.
This sounds like a fantastic idea. We should do
I
that.
think this
I
sounds like
do
a bad idea.
no
No, I think we
problem
should
with that.
stick together maybe this time.
Out of all the different branching paths that we could and should definitely go down
Yeah.
individually, are there any like markings on any of them? Like,
Not that you can see. Everything in this, and that you can see currently in the chamber, it has been completely taken over. It's been overgrown with moss or fungus, or has been crusted over with coral and limestone deposits and other excuse me, other mineral deposits. So everything in here looks totally like a natural cave. If you hadn't seen the structural elements outside, you would be completely convinced that this was just a natural grotto that you had walked into. So there's no indication, written indication or symbology or anything to give you an idea of what is where.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, let's how about we just explore this main chamber and see how many branches there are
Yeah.
running off of it, and then
Yep,
make our
sounds good.
decision.
And see it, and I'd like to see if like we can probably try and backtrack a bit and see if we have like different stuff to see if it's just like constantly changing or not. Of course, we should all do it together instead of like going.
Yes.
But yeah, like I agree with
I
Xylund.
will
Like,
say,
explore this thing, see how many paths there are.
if we do decide to split up, I will need a Davynn snack beforehand.
Would you do it for a Davin snack? What about 2 Davin snacks?
All right, so pressing deeper into this little grotto that y'all are in. As you continue on, the walkable surface becomes less and less, and the water starts to take over more and more. It goes from a fairly, towards the mouth that you walk through into, you can still see the floor. It's again very sediment heavy, but it's solid rock. And occasionally you'll see water pooling up, and you're all right as long as you step around it. But as you get deeper and deeper into the grotto itself, it begins to just be, small islands, patches of rock that peak up as the water begins to collect and become deeper. So you go from walking pretty normally to having to hop between areas of solid rock lest your feet get wet. You can still see the bottom, at least for the first 100 feet. Once it starts to happen, you can see the kind of the glinting of the sediment in the bottom. But as you continue to press on, that becomes less and less the case. Even with the ever-burning coal reflecting off the water, it starts to become more and more difficult to see the bottom of the pool. And your footholds in the rock are getting smaller and smaller and further apart. Eventually, yeah, you might have to. Eventually, you come to an end of your footholds where it is just water. You still haven't seen the back wall to the grotto. But you do run out of floor.
Could we skirt the edges? Is there enough footholds around the edges of this grotto or whatever that we could?
No, it starts to that has the same function where you're able to walk along the walls for a little while, but eventually the water takes over, and you're forced to sort of island hop from place to place in the center until you totally run out of solid surface, and it's all just water.
We could just
At
go
that
to the
point, you
water.
can hear there is definitely a waterfall going on somewhere back there.
Oh, I've heard about this.
What have you heard?
We shouldn't go
Let's-
chasing waterfalls.
There it is.
Yep.
We could just go through the water. I mean, we did just fight a dragon turtle, and enough of us have the ability to potentially breathe underwater.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a decent swimmer.
Oh, I can grow gills. I've just remembered.
Do you want to send the guild people out first? Xylund and Davin
Sure.
to go explore?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hmm.
How long does this last?
Right.
Like an hour, I think, right?
Yeah, an hour. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right.
Take care of that coal, Lily. It's an important job you have there.
So mean to her.
So rude. So rude. All right. So our Marine Strike Force goes into the water, guild up, ready to go, leaving everyone else on the quote unquote shore. At first, you guys swim into what seems to just be an endless void. You can still hear the waterfall, even more so once you get under the surface. It's just this thundering presence that seems to surround you. You don't see it, and the water is perfectly calm. It's not moving in any way to give you an indication, but it's definitely there. As you continue to explore, it does get a little harder to see. Going too deep, you begin to lose your light coming from the various fungi and mosses up above. So from what you can see, it looks like towards the very, very back, if you swim another about 600, 700 feet towards the back, the grotto does eventually end. There's no more footfalls still. It's all just water, but there is a back wall. And within that back wall, there appear to be the first bits of man-made architecture that you've seen since the entrance. There are stairs that curve in to this back wall of the grotto and actually go into a very small doorway that has been sort of barnacled over. It's not quite big enough for a person to get through, but it is quite definitely there.
I can't really see any further down here. So I'm just gonna hold on with your hand, okay? If you got the helmet, we can like see into the dark.
I'll pop my head
What?
out of the water. I didn't catch all of that. What was that?
I can't see any much further because I don't have dark vision, but you do. So I'm just gonna hold your hand.
Actually, I probably would have left my my helmet back with the others because I can't see myself swimming with a massive dragon helm on.
I can see you trying.
Could I?
It would also kind of invalidate the gills because of the way it's built,
How so?
because of just where it fits around your head.
Yeah, that's true. It's not watertight though.
No,
it would
it's
mess with all
not,
my
but
filters and everything like that. It would
would
just
be-
destroy the whole apparatus if I.
it would be difficult.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I've got a thing for this. Sparky, flame on.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Except you have to, like, Sparky will stay where Sparky is, so he'll stay above the water. He won't go in the water with you.
Will he not?
Mm-mm. You can turn him on, but he'll stay above.
All right, I guess that's the best we got for now.
Yeah,
Well-
Sparky turns on, which gives you some illumination, but it won't go under the water with you.
We should head towards the structures underwater.
Can I give them a rock with light on it?
Before they go,
Oh, once I
Yeah.
see that the Sparky won't
I think
go
we're
underwater.
they're very far out.
Okay.
You will be able to see Sparky come on, but you wouldn't actually be able to see them. They are they're pretty far from the
Okay.
shore, quote unquote. Sparky flames on, and you can see a little better under the water. Then you can see that while a lot of it has been overgrown with barnacles and assorted flotsam, there's also a lot of crap down here too. It looks like the junk lady in Labyrinth exploded. There's just random bits and bobs that have floated to the bottom and made this bed of, not shells, not coral, but just crap that's rusted away or rotted away. And Sparky's light reflects off the metal bits that are still able to be reflected upon as the rest sits and rusts. The other notable thing about this back wall is that in places where the junk has scraped away the barnacles, there is very extensive writing back here that has been mostly rubbed away from the water, but it's the same scripture, it's the same symbols that you saw outside.
So, I think I missed a crucial detail. How much of this structure is underwater?
Right now, the section that you're in, all of it. Everything above the waterline has just been crusted over. So
Okay.
if you could walk on it, you'd have maybe 15 feet before you hit the ceiling of the cave.
Okay.
So yeah, right now about 90% of the structure is below the waterline.
And are there passages leading further underwater?
Well, there's that one little door, and you can't really see where it leads because it's half blocked. So all you see is the back wall with the door leading into it. And that's been mostly crusted over with barnacles and crap. And then like a good 50% of the floor below you, or 50% of the chamber, the floor below you, is garbage stuff. People stuff.
Just
It's
like
like a
random assorted people stuff.
Yeah, just random, like spoons and what looks like the rotted bits of furniture, probably some bones floating around in there, strips of cloth that are floated away. Just there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It looks like several ships all carrying different trade goods collided, and this is what's left.
Maybe we should try to get the door open if we
Yeah,
can.
I guess.
We'll, I guess swim down there and attempt to clear off the stuff blocking the door.
Okay. Either one of you can roll a strength check to bust through it.
How strong are you, Davin?
Can I argue for athletics again?
I know you want to, but
So you can do it then.
Okay. Actually, I'm not bad. Oh, why didn't that do anything? There we go.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, definitely enough. You can crumble your way through. So you're basically just pulling out chunks of coral and lime scale, and just it's crumbling as you touch it. But yeah, you're absolutely able to excavate the actual door, which is people size, regular people size, clearly enough room for both of you to go through. And you can see as you're breaking it apart and it sort of flakes away from the door frame around it. The door frame too is also very heavily decorated and has gotten, some sort of, excuse me, some sort of script around it. Either one of you is welcome to try and read it if you'd like, but it's not immediately recognizable.
Oh, well, I'll attempt it.
Yeah, same.
Okay, rolling it, check.
I guess I probably don't have my little guy.
Probably not.
He's probably
That's
in
not
my
bad
helmet.
though. You guys are both pretty smart. Yeah, it's actually, you guys kind of get two parts that make up the whole. Xylund, the part that makes sense to you. Yeah, you're both one smart. The bits of it that make sense to you are the parts that match what you've been reading in your books and the parts that Lily has shown you about the script of Lyrano and sort of their shorthand for writing things. It's not exactly what you've seen. Mostly what you've been using is sort of it's kind of the Thieves' Cant version, whereas this seems to be a little more formal. The fuller version, but there's enough overlap that you can kind of get what's going on. Davynn, the part that makes sense to you is the use of arcane language. Things that you've seen and that you identify quite easily. This place is magicked up to high heaven. There are places where the original runes have been altered by something. You can see where it's been chiseled over and altered to force one spell to become another.
So motion for us to go back up to the surface to talk.
Okay.
And then exchange the information and say, I feel like we should get Lily here so that she can read things properly.
Right, and we need to find a way to take notes of all these scrawlings on the walls and stuff. But can Lily grow gills?
She can turn into a fish, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Not an intelligent fish, though.
Well, that's going to be a problem. Maybe if she turns into a fish and then we eat her, then we'll partake of her power.
No,
Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard.
no,
legends.
I do not want to eat Lily.
All
I
right.
think Lana would be very angry at me.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so let's we got to figure out a way to get the others up here anyway. So I guess we should go back for now before we
Yeah.
start exploring strange doors.
Yeah. There's got to be something that storm clerics can do to make people breathe underwater, right?
Nope. I'm
Never
looking
mind.
at it. I get water walking, but that's about it. I can walk on top of water. I can control the water.
Wait, we didn't open the door, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
It's not really a door. It's not a closed door. It's just a doorway. So you guys cleared the debris that was blocking it. There's no lock. There's no door. It's just it leads into a small hall.
I used to have a cloak covered in patches, and one of the patches was a boat, and I could have torn the patch off and thrown it down and summoned a boat, but that cloak fell apart.
which I guess wouldn't help too much with the whole breathing underwater thing.
No, I guess not.
All right, let's go back and figure something out.
All right.
I am looking at Lily's spells.
Does Hildreth have anything?
Oh, let's look at Hildreth. I forgot about Hildreth. Oh, I have to look at Twinki's sheet. This is gonna hurt my heart.
Just give it to Noel. She'll fix it.
I don't want to subject Noel to that either.
I already have access, and I regularly fix things, and then he breaks them again.
Okay, good. Yeah, well,
Maybe you should stop
he is good
fixing
at that.
things.
All he has is water walk, so not exceptionally helpful.
We needed a what's it called? A druid.
Yes, druids would be very helpful here.
Mhm. I have create whale. What?
Create whale?
That's what the spell's called, clearly.
If you created the
Oh.
whale from a sufficient height up, would the splash displace enough water to make it so that we can get down to the door?
Can we Jonah this?
Ugh. The whale can't get through the door. It would have to spit you.
What about shape water? Wouldn't that, or is there too much water, I guess?
There's a lot of water. You could clear yourself a path, but you'd have to effectively continually cast it, and eventually you would run out of spell.
Well,
yeah.
I
It's a lot of
can
water.
keep it up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you could do it. You could create a bubble of air around yourselves, but like I said, it's a lot of water to displace.
Mhm.
It's not impossible though.
Yeah.
It would just depend on what's on the other side of the doorway.
We can get there in 10 minutes, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, me and Davin could explore further in the door just to see what's on the other side. Like if,
Yeah, let's see if it's worth it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's find a spot that we can go towards so that we're not just trapped down there and drowning.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
also I saw that Sparky was up on top of the water. Here,
Mhm.
take this light rock.
Oh, that's helpful. Okay, Sparky, come back. I have a new Sparky.
Oh man, you guys are just merciless this week. Poor Lily's become a coal holder, and now Sparky's been replaced by Rock. It's terrible.
Well, I
The
mean,
rock
Sparky doesn't
doesn't
want to get
complain
wet.
about getting wet.
All right, so you take your rock and go beneath the waves. As you do, you discover you're fine. Your rock don't work so good underwater. The light enchantment fades almost immediately.
Can we go back so that we can turn on detect magic?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Hey guys, we're back. Here's your rock back. Sparky, I need you again.
All
Maybe
right.
Sparky doesn't want to help you now.
Yeah, Sparky might be a little upset. Might
Sparky,
want
flame
an
on, please.
apology. Sparky flames on. Casting light
Yeah,
again.
see, Sparky's a good boy.
Sparky is the best boy. Okay, so are you casting detect magic as a ritual? Sin,
Yeah,
or
as
you
a
just
ritual.
let it fly? Okay.
How long have we been swimming around now? Just so I know.
Oh, easily been swimming around for about an hour.
An hour?
Between back and forth, yeah.
Well, shit, there go my gills.
Oh,
That was my last
same.
guild. That was my last. No, wait, never mind. I've got higher spell slots. I always forget about those. Okay, I'll cast gills on myself again.
Okay.
All right. Same.
More gills.
But up first, I'll cast detect magic, and then I'll cast gills.
Okay. Casting detect magic. Yeah, there's quite a bit. A lot of it.
I can't do that. They're both concentration.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
All right. I will just use detect magic and use my natural swimming speed. So I will rely on Xylund to save me if I start drowning.
Okay.
Okay.
I used to have a thing for this, but I think I might have. Hang on. I think I had detect magic glasses, but I think I got rid of them. Whatever.
You dismantled them. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do gills, you do detect magic, and then I'll save you if you start to die.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So heading back into the water again, 2-man team. Davynn, there is magic everywhere. As you get closer to the far side, once again, not only do some of the items below in sort of the junk drawer bed of this place ping of magic, the ones that you can obviously see, but the water itself seems to have magical properties.
Huh.
So you're constantly surrounded by it.
Can I tell what kind of magic it is? What's cool?
It would be it's a swirl of different magics. There's some abjuration in there. There's some conjuration in there. The biggest school of magic, though, the overwhelming school of magic, is illusion.
The water's not real.
I will motion for us to surface, and they'll be like, "The water's not real."
Does that mean we're flying then?
I don't know. Maybe we're actually standing on the ground, but we just think we're on the surface of the water.
Well, stick your hand under and try breathing it. Hang on. Maybe we should get to some dry land so I can, give you the.
No,
whatever.
I'm going to do it right now.
Did you want to hear the end of the plan? All right, stick your head under and breathe.
Yes.
Okay. So you put your head under and you attempt to breathe. And you guys are close enough, or I should say far enough away from the rest of the crew, thankfully, that works. You can breathe just fine.
This water is fake or not, or something's wrong. I can breathe. I can talk fine. I don't know why I was glubbling last time that we tried to talk underwater.
Well, you can't talk. You can just breathe. You are able to breathe, but if you open your mouth, it does fill with water. But you can breathe through your nose just fine.
So the water has substance, but it's also oxygenated or whatever.
Apparently, yeah. The water is there. Like you can feel it. You feel it clearly. It does enter your mouth and so on and so forth. But yeah, if you breathe normally, you can breathe it as if it were air. Seems to be working just fine.
Well, then I blew a spell slot on these fucking gills. 2 spell slots.
Yeah. But that's okay. Let's just go that way and we'll find a spot for everybody to get to. And we'll also have to try to convince them to breathe underwater.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll push on and explore just to. Or are we gonna go back and grab them
Poke
first?
your head beyond the
Now
door.
let's push on and explore a little bit
Okay.
to find like a not water spot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So breathing comfortably with or without gills, as the case may be. You go through the doorway, and you're actually now beginning to get into recognizable building territory. You are clearly walking in a very short hallway, which ends in another similar doorway. There's no turnoffs or anything like that. It's just a straight pass through. But on the other side, you enter an area that is very clearly an old temple. It is absolutely massive. There are multiple raised stages with clearly defined steps. The coral and the sea, the whole area is filled with water. The ceiling is not visible from your location. The water gets too dark above you. But from what you can see, the entire area is a temple complex down here. And what little light there is projected by very bright jellyfish and other sort of native sea entities. From the door off to the right, there's another set of very wide, almost ceremonial stairs. Like, these are highly decorated, very purposefully created, and they twist down and curve in among themselves and then appear to go back into the wall that you just left and go down to a lower chamber. Obviously, you can't see what's in that hall without going down there, but the remainder of the area is solely dedicated to this sort of ruined temple complex, where most of the statues have been worn down to their bases, and a lot of the columns and most of the main structure has been pretty badly damaged, if not completely decimated. And the whole area is littered with stuff. On all of these platforms, on all of these ruined altars, there's just stuff everywhere. Bits of things, bits of people. There's quite a collection of iron crow cages, particularly in one area that you can kind of hear swaying and clanking against one another in the gentle motion of the water. But as far as what is beyond, the 50 feet in front of you, it's real hard to say.
Okay. Well, I'll point up to indicate that we should see if there's an air bubble up there.
Yeah, we'll go upwards
Okay.
and see if there is.
All right. Continuing upwards, this doesn't seem to be an end. All you're doing is really getting a better vantage point of the complex until you eventually hit the ceiling. There is an actual rock ceiling to this place. There is no way out up.
Maybe we just go back and get
Yeah,
people.
I guess.
People charades underwater. We're experienced with charades by now.
You guys do enough silent spells. I would think so.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah, we'll go back and grab the rest of the crew and let them know that they can breathe.
but okay, once we get back, I'll bring this up to the party. I'll be like, so I don't think, like Kern, I don't think you're gonna have an easy time swimming in your armor. And basically we can't bring all our shit with us. So who, like, I don't feel comfortable just leaving all our shit in a big pile, especially not my dragon helm, without someone to watch over it.
I don't know.
Lily.
Hildreth? We need Lily to like translate all this stuff.
That's
down here.
true. That's true.
Yes.
Well, Hildreth can take care of the coal then too.
Or we could just bring it all. Like,
How?
why not?
Well, can you swim with like giant packs on your back and stuff like that? Like I'm carrying quite a bit of stuff.
We don't need to swim. We can walk on the bottom. By the way, you can breathe water.
Oh yeah, I guess we could just walk.
I mean, maybe leave the packs back here, but I'm keeping my armor on. I always need protection.
Yeah, okay. I'll bring my dragon helm then, and I'll just keep Kern company along the bottom of it as he trudges along.
I swam across a poop river and Moorholt with armor on. I'm pretty sure I can swim normally here.
You did. You definitely did.
Ugh.
All right. So, what's the verdict?
We're walking.
We'll leave our packs and stuff with Hildreth out here, I guess.
Okay.
And then we'll take everybody else in.
All right. So you guys travel back across the pool of crap and the bed of junk. As those of you who are closer to the bottom are able to get a better look of the mountain of crap that you have to climb. And it is just odds and sods. It really is just random stuff. But some of it's odd. It's coins from countries you don't readily identify. You don't understand the pictures on them. There's wooden things that, when they haven't rotted away, are also made from woods that you've never seen. In particular, there's a bow. Probably wouldn't be much use, but has actually stood up fairly well against the water. And it's a blonde wood that's almost white. And it's highly carved, and some of these items are really beautiful and really precious, and other times it's just tin cups and tarnished spoons and just sort of weirdness.
I want the bow.
You're welcome to pick up anything I mention as we walk along.
I'll grab the bow. Also, if my detect magic is still up, I'll keep an eye up for any random magic items.
Okay. Since you don't need your gills, with your detect magic up, you can take the bow. There is one fairly interesting magic item as you trudge along. It's a small ring that you find sort of floating as you get closer to the door. It looks incredibly familiar.
Oh, this is a ring of resistance. I already have one of them. Does anybody else want a ring of resistance?
What's it do?
It increases your armor class. By which I mean it makes it harder for people to hit you, the class that your armor is in.
Except you're not wearing your ring, Davynn, so...
Oh, weird. I must have forgotten to put it on. Anybody else want a ring?
Is this your ring?
Well, no. My ring is my ring.
Wait. Did Davynn mean to take it off?
I don't remember taking it off, but I must have.
Everyone check your pockets.
We're underwater at this point, so it's a very complicated
Everyone's patting
charades
down.
conversation.
No, you absolutely can get your point across. But you can always surface. There is a place where you can surface here too.
Yeah.
So you can be having these conversations up above.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you have your ring stolen, Davynn?
I can't imagine. Does it look exactly like my ring?
Yeah.
Maybe. But maybe they're just mass-produced or something.
How about you keep it until we can find your other one?
All right, sounds good. It's probably
So-
just fell behind the couch cushions because we have a couch on our ship, definitely.
You used to.
Don't.
Anymore.
I don't like this. Kern's paranoia alarms are going off.
Well, look like where did all this shit come from? Is this like some kind of weird magic vortex for random shit? Like maybe Davynn, maybe you did like lose your ring down the sofa cushions or something, and it wound up here through some kind of magical portal.
I can't think of the last time that I used the ring. Oh, it was in the fight with the ships that were attacking the other ship.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that dragon turtle didn't actually try to hit me.
All right. Everybody check to make sure that everything that you brought with you is on you. Pat,
Oh, you
pat,
left
pat.
the packs with Hildreth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like weapons, magic items that you have on you.
Find Hildreth randomly floating down here as well.
You might. He might be pulled into the sock dimension.
Mhm.
So everyone pats himself down. Everything seems to be accounted for. The ring seems to be an oddity. So
Obviously,
But
someone's
now-
put it on.
you have a spare, at least. So
Well,
quote unquote.
not necessarily. If Davynn doesn't know where his other ring is.
Well, it's clearly just in the couch cushions.
Clearly.
Fine.
What about
Fine.
the bow? Is the bow fancy at all, or is it just like visually fancy?
Once you get it up out of the water, it's just very well made. It's not magic in and of itself, but the wood that it's made out of is the same blonde white wood. If you remember the Ding and Sitch when you guys stayed there, it had this wood for their columns. It's a very fragrant wood that's found abroad. It's excellent for bows because it's incredibly strong and very flexible. So it has the advantages. Yeah, it's Celos wood. Has the advantages of granting a +1 as its equivalent, but it's not inherently magical. It's just finely crafted.
Okay, I'll hold on to this one because I think I'm the only one who uses these.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who does bow. So, and it could be repaired. Like you're going to need a new string, but but the bow itself is in good condition. They're very difficult to damage. So, as you make your way past the bed of junk and into the door, passing through to the primary chamber, I will move you to the proper map.
To a visual aid.
Use you, Lily. Yeah, totally a visual aid.
Oh no.
Fine. It's fine. I just want you to see what I'm describing. Is all.
Ooh.
Sure.
So
Hold on, I'll be right back.
y'all are basically coming out over here.
I didn't see where.
Yeah,
the
no,
Oh,
bow
I'm
was.
sorry. Lower
Oh,
left
there we
corner.
go. I see.
There's a small circular bit with a spiral staircase. So you guys are at the top of what is effectively a tower, and then I mentioned there is a spiral staircase that leads down to the level beneath you. But you have to follow that to see where it goes. And then as you look out across, you can see the raised bits, the ruined walls, and the remnants of a temple complex. And
So
has
since
been
this is just a
merged.
visual aid,
Yeah.
we don't actually need to bring our characters on for any reason, right?
No, you don't have to bring your tokens on. I'm just showing you where you are.
Oh, okay. I'll get off the map then.
All right.
Am I in the right spot, or are they in the right
Yes.
spot?
No, you're exactly the right spot. You're at the top of this
Okay.
tower structure here, in the
Okay.
lower left. Yeah. So yeah, temple complex. Huzzah. This is where you are.
So this is where we all split up into individual teams to explore the ruins.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Definitely.
Glug 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 glug.
And if anyone sees a massive underwater creature, glug loudly. So where do you want to go first?
Let's go to
Doesn't
the
Lynn have
central
some
area.
kind of telepathic thingamajig she can do to connect us so we can talk?
She,
No.
do- she does.
I don't.
Yeah.
Can she do all of you though?
Yeah.
I think so.
I believe
Okay, thank
so.
you.
Yes.
Does she? Where? She really? Oh, tell. Oh, she doesn't have it prepared.
God damn it.
Eraser.
She does have telepathic bond, but just not prepared.
Wizards.
Okay.
So,
You
who
guys wanna
wants
do
to be
central
the first to try to talk, or do you all want to just do performance
Oh.
check versus rage?
No, I feel like we'd try to talk at some point.
Yeah,
All right, who wants to be the first?
I think Lana did.
Lana.
Oh yeah.
So you open your mouth to communicate.
Correct.
All right, you can talk just fine in here.
What was all that?
You can talk, you can breathe. There's still water, but it doesn't. Unlike the experience that that Davynn had, it doesn't invade your throat. It's like you've got sort of a bubble around. You're able to communicate quite well.
My mouth tastes
underwater.
like milk.
Blech.
That's neat.
Right.
All right. So where would you like to go?
Center first.
Yeah, sure.
Center first. Okay. So here is clearly the central part of the old temple ruin. This place seems to also have gotten the worst of the damage. Entire sections have been sheared off. The pillars only exist for the first 4 or 5 feet. And they're not just worn away. It looks like they were cut at an angle, as if something was strong enough to actually shear it before it began to get calcified over. But it is definitely an impressive structure. Very, very old, made out of some sort of white limestone, something to that effect. Marble and limestone that's been kind of greenified with the years, whether it's just the stain from the underwater plant life or it's naturally that color, it's hard to tell. There's also very clearly something living in this structure, even though it has no roof or would be, a fairly uncomfortable place for any of you to live. Something clearly likes it here. There are large piles of stuff that have been sort of crammed into all the little nook and crannies. A lot of it appears to be kind of the same mishmash of junk that appeared outside in the bed of garbage. But something does live here. There's a salvage desk that's been pushed up against one wall with an actual chair. Something does sit here and apparently likes to line up its possessions, judging by the very OCD spread that is currently on the desk. An arrangement of what looks to you to be worthless spoons, forks, and other small metallic objects, letter openers, things like that, that have been arranged in a rather particular fashion. There's also metal boxes, half-rotted wooden boxes. It's definitely a hoarder's location.
Hello. Hello. Anybody in here?
Falls out. There is a sound, a perceptible thud that ripples its way through the water and hits all of you. And it's coming from not this lovely quarters location, but the chamber, the lower chamber, the one that you were standing atop, at the bottom of the spiral staircase, you can see the water react and push out
We'll
as the
go
sound
that way.
rolls out with it.
Invisible dragon.
All right.
I'm gonna point my sword in that direction before I head in that direction and see what it has to say about this.
Oh, your sword is not happy about any of this. Your sword has not been happy since you hit the water. Yeah, sword is quite angry, quite unhappy, quite frightened. Begged to be left behind with Hildreth. Did not
So
want to
nothing
come.
new.
No, nothing new. That's why I don't give you guys the psychic damage anymore, because you're just used to this thing being an absolute abject terror all the time. It's just become background noise. You'd feel it's like when you live in a high traffic area and then you spend a night in the country, like you miss the sounds. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just the background noise now. It's just whatever. So approaching the area where the sound and movement was coming from, you can see where the large spiral staircase actually does go back into this wall that's been barnacled over, and there is a cave. There is a lower cave that you can go into from that point that seems to extend beneath the bedrock of the temple complex.
Into the dragon's den?
Already going.
All
Too
right.
bad Hildreth isn't here. We could send him first as like an emissary, in case there
I
actually is a
don't
dragon.
think that's how that works.
He's
That
part
feels-
dragon.
That feels racist.
So going into the large opening, it is a sizable hole, effectively, that's been knocked into the rock here. Definitely took some force. You can even see the cracks where something barreled either into or out of the section of the cave. And these cracks have now been invaded and are slowly being covered by coral and plant life. But yeah, something big and powerful smashed its way through here. This is not a naturally occurring hole. This is a T-Rex made hole.
I heard
doing
my clarion call.
Not the same shape, but definitely the same amount of power. So swimming through past the doorway, the cave mouth, and it's a fairly long tunnel, but again, it's that same size, and you can even see on either side deep grooves where something heavy and presumably either sharp or at least durable has dug itself into the sides of this cave and made discernible ruts in the walls to the left and right of you. After passing through, again, probably 30 feet. For example, there's no light sources or anything down here, so you're kind of left on your own. Like Lana doesn't have a problem, but Kern, you might have to hold her hand. But on the other side, there is some dim light. There's a little bit of dim light, and it comes from jellyfish. That's the first thing you see on the other side. They're very pretty, large, violet jellyfish that give off a very soft glow to the room. Super pretty. The second thing you notice is that this room too has a lot of stuff in it, but everything in here is valuable. It's beautiful. It has very definite shiny qualities, and it is stacked in similar hoarder style. The chamber itself is not overly big, but it does have a huge section of water. So the only walkable area is just a very narrow walkway that goes around the outside of the chamber, and then everything else appears to be water. So the stuff that's on the rock surface is not so great. It's some coins and some odds and sods and sort of look like cast-offs. But you can see from the reflection of the jellyfish as they swim everywhere, as the water goes deep down past this into the deeper parts of this grotto, that's where the real treasure is. You can see just chests and strings of gems and strings of gold and really just beautiful fine things that have been sort of plastered along this pit, for lack of a better term, that you can see from your location. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So this hole that was made into this area,
Mm-hmm.
big enough to fit the dragon turtle we were chasing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we weakened it. It did run away. I'm pretty sure I drove a sword through its head, if I remember correctly.
You did. You messed it up.
So let's find and finish the job.
Hello? Anybody?
As Kern calls out from the depths of the pit, there's a flump sound, the sound of something meaty hitting rock, and there's a big whoosh of water that comes up to where you guys are at the edge of this pit, sending all the little coins fluttering upward, and all the strings of valuables shake as it whooshes past them. And the kind of the plume of water, this little mushroom cloud of water that comes up, is tinged pink, which disappears almost immediately in the light of the jellyfish. It becomes indistinguishable from the rest of the chamber, but as it crests the edge of that pit, you can see it for a second that water is definitely reddish.
Prepare to meet your doom. I start diving down with the sword extended. Letting the weight sort of carry me down.
Okay.
God damn it.
Follow him.
Oh no.
Let's follow him. Make sure he doesn't die.
I love it. You guys crack me up. All right, so everyone is tumbling down, swimming down to meet what I hope is not your doom. Deeper, passing all this lovely loot. I need everyone to please make
Oh, wisdom.
a Constitution saving throw.
Anyone who is within...
Anyone who came down the hole, who was charging down the hole, please make a Constitution saving throw.
And if you're close to me, you get a +2 to your roll. So we're all going in a pack, so you're all close to me, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, the hole is big, but it's not how you guys would be able to set yourself up.
Look at that.
All right. You're basically got it. All right. Okay, I still gotta roll. Get my dice roller here. And roll. Okay, that is 30 points of fire, I believe.
I can take that.
Yes, 30 points of fire for everybody.
Well,
Do we all fail?
No, you all succeeded.
Oh.
so if we'd failed, how much would it be?
60.
Oh boy.
And then Lana takes half of that again,
And then
right?
Lana takes half because of
I'm
infernal
better.
heritage. Yeah, it's considered standard fire damage, so yeah, that applies.
All right. Maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe. Shit.
Are you
Do we see the
gonna-
dragon turtle at all ahead of us or anything?
Yes, yes. You can see it moving. Like the jellyfish were following you, but they've GTFO'd after that, because that sucked. So you got like 4 jellyfish murdered. I hope you're happy with yourselves. But no, as you guys plunge down and that big rush of steam comes flying up the pit that you guys tanked admirably, you can definitely see that there is another opening at the bottom of this pit that is large enough for it to move and yet not be immediately underneath the hole. So it is down there.
I could talk to the dragon turtle.
What is our goal here?
Vengeance.
I'm curious about why they attacked our ship, but other than that, I guess
They
vengeance.
wanted our
if it
stuff.
comes down to it.
I mean, it's probably serving some kind of master who lives up above, and it's dragging ships here and smashing them up, and the master is picking through them to take all the shit he likes. I mean, that seems to be what's going on, isn't it?
Well, let's figure it out. Excuse me, Mr. Dragon Turtle. We just want to ask you some questions, please.
Do you speak dragon turtle
I speak Draconic. I assume they speak Draconic.
or turtle? You racist.
Okay, well, I don't speak Turtle.
Not yet.
There's a burble of noise, and it answers back in Draconic to you, Davynn. I will only tell you once. Go away, small thing. I'm tired of you already.
Right, that's part of why we were curious. Why did you attack our ship?
Fulfilling my part of the contract.
Contract? What master do you serve?
The master of the cave.
Well, I would love to meet the master of the cave to talk to him about why he shouldn't be attacking random ships.
Please let me talk to your manager.
Yes, exactly. I'd like to speak
Exactly.
to your manager, please. So, what could be a low chuckle, what might be gas, you're not real sure, rolls up from whatever location this turtle has pressed itself into. And in Draconic, once again, he says, that would probably be faster. And another noise comes out that could be speech. You're not real sure. But it's loud and kind of rolling and definitely not Draconic. That echoes past you and into the main cave. And the turtle, once again, in Draconic, says, I would swim if I were you. As he says it, you can hear the water begin to drain. It actually rushes past you, pulling the light of the jellyfish with it. It moves so fast and begins to pull you guys down deeper into the pit.
Oh shit.
Ocean. Swim.
Swim.
I don't think we can do that.
The turtle said to swim away. I'm taking its advice.
All right,
think we
everyone
just
make an
got
athletics
Nemo.
check.
Ha.
Show me your athletics. Of course, Davynn is like one-handed, arming it.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me a Oh no.
Oh,
I guess we
All
could
right,
probably
so
assume
Xylund.
that Lily failed.
Oh yeah, I forgot Lily. Let me roll Lily just because I really want to. Because it will amuse me. What's her? Oh, I should probably roll her con too to see if she's dead. Okay, let me adjust Lily's hit points. Hang on a second.
For what it's worth, I think of all the party members, she's the one who would not immediately come with us.
Okay. And her athletics for funsies.
Hey,
Hey, not terrible. Do better than Silent. No. So yeah, Davynn, Kern, obviously you guys are fine. You're trucking it towards the top of the pit. Lana, you are keeping pace okay. Xylund and Lily though would start to fall noticeably behind, and they would be getting dragged down towards the home of the dragon turtle without assistance.
I'm just gonna lean into
I
it.
could save them, but not gonna lie, I kind of want to go down there.
I honestly, same, yes.
we want to go down there.
Are we
I
going
kind
down?
of know what's down there. This might
All
not
right.
be a good idea, but you know.
All right, ignore the
Out of
control water
character,
then.
I want to go
Alright.
down there.
And then we'll go down, I guess. We'll turn around and be like, no, we need to save them, and I guess get caught up in the whirlpool.
Okay, all right. We disguised as heroics, but out of character, really just greed and curiosity. The crew goes down. Yep, rides the receding waters down into the pit of the dragon turtle. The dragon turtle is down here now. This is a almost completely waterless chamber. Now there are several vents, for lack of a better term. In this little cave is much smaller than the one upwards. It's basically big enough that he can sit in here and have a little bit of room. But there's no exit from here large enough for him. The vents are fairly small. There's 4 of them around the circular area where the water is now receding. And down here, there's not so much treasure. There are some pieces, clearly favorites, that have been stored down here and displayed in a collector's fashion. This is less a hoard and more a display case for him. As well as the dinner table, given the amount of remains that live down here, or lived, past tense, down here. He seems somewhat surprised, if turtles have facial expressions, at the new humans in his den, and lifts his massive head to regard you all, and says in Draconic, addressing the group, I thought I told you to swim.
I don't speak turtle, and I attack.
Oh, wait!
What?
Okay, I guess the sapling.
All right, hit it.
Okay. Oh. I get an extra attack. Second one hits.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So I'm going to Divine Smite him. 12 slashing plus. Oh, that's not very good. So that's 27, I guess.
I moved to defend. So you do 27 points of damage
Yeah.
to the dragon turtle. That'll kill him.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't take a short rest?
Xylund!
Job done.
He took his short rest, but he only had 3 hit points at the end of the last fight.
Oh god.
How you hunt a dragon turtle.
So yeah, you're able to finish the deed and absolutely end this dragon turtle's life.
We didn't
so-
know who his master
yeah.
was yet.
Well, all this stuff needs a home now.
Exactly. And on the plus side, we're not getting breathed fire on either. So you can't reason with dragon turtles.
Have you tried? I think I was doing a decent job.
Well, the only reason it was so chatty now is because we had it on the ropes. I mean,
Xylund!
all right, it might have been a bit hasty. But-
Really?
Now we can take all its shit.
What the
No,
fuck?
Lord.
Well, Kern raises a good point. All this stuff does need a home. So,
Oh Lord.
I guess we should take it.
Take all the shiny stuff.
But wait.
All
hold on.
right. See.
I don't remember that other sound and the like water rushy stuff. That wasn't him, I don't think.
Probably not.
I think that was his master draining the water. I don't think
Yeah.
dragon turtles can do that.
Which means that the master is still somewhere here.
He might be annoyed that we killed this dragon turtle.
You don't say.
Yep. That's kind of a you problem, Island.
Like, if he's like, show me the one that killed the turtle, we're just gonna hand you over. Like,
We were all down here. We were all part of it.
I mean, no.
I will stand by you as a party member, but I will be mentally saying that you probably should deserve whatever comes to you.
Hold on. Let me go get let me go get your sword. I'll put the little prints on it so that you can claim it for self-defense.
Well, you guys look for loot. I'm gonna see if I can get a trophy off this thing. And I'll just look for a piece of this thing I can cut off as a trophy.
Well, he's pretty massive. So any part of him is pretty big. His tongue or his eyes would be easy enough to remove and small enough that you could carry them comfortably. And honestly, Hildreth is not here, but I would wager that he would also be interested in collecting bits from Dragon Turtle. The shell is the shell. Obviously, you can't remove by itself. It is a gargantuan shell, and it is very difficult to break. So I'll give you a strength check if you want to try and break off enough for a shield.
Yeah,
But
I want a
it's-
dragon turtle shell shield.
Okay, I'll let you guys work on it.
I have a crowbar.
All right, well, one of us should do it, and then I'll assist.
Okay.
Davin, since you have the highest
Yeah.
athletics.
Is it a strength check or an athletics check?
I believe I said strength.
So
I
Kern has
believe-
my crowbar.
Okay, I got this. Hopefully, maybe. I will guide myself.
Okay, he's gonna guide himself.
I mean, because it seems pretty dope.
Hmm.
16? Probably not enough.
Probably not enough, but I will. I will let. We'll have Xylund and Davynn roll. Go ahead and roll your athletic scores, and we will consider that helping as you guys go
Ooh.
ham on this. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boy.
So while Kern is using his strength and a crowbar, you've got Xylund and Davynn bashing at this thing until you're able to get enough shell that while it might not be in one piece, there is enough it could be made into a shield.
I can
That'd
probably
be,
do something with that. I'm an armorer.
that'd be dope as fuck. A dragon
Yeah,
turtle shell
Yeah.
shield.
yeah. You could. There's enough of it. You could definitely make something cool out of it.
So I'm gonna, for myself, I'm gonna try to cut off one of its claws just to see if I can make some kind of, I don't know. I'll figure out what to do with it later.
Okay.
And for Hildreth, I'm gonna cut out its tongue.
I will
Okay.
take a tooth to add to my dragon tooth necklace.
Oh, okay. That's a big tooth.
That's actually probably a decent. I'll take a tooth for something.
You could take like the top of a tooth. You could take a whole tooth if you wanted, but definitely take the top of the tooth.
I'll take
Well-
the whole tooth and figure out what to do with the rest of it later.
All right.
Do you want any of this, Lana, while we're cutting pieces off?
She's pawned
Lana is
through the
gone.
money. Yeah, while you guys are messing about with with looting the bodies, she's wandered off to find awesome things, which I'm rolling for you now, Lana. Because I didn't anticipate you killing the dragon, although I probably should have known better. All right, you guys kill me, I swear.
We also killed dragon turtles.
You do indeed.
This is the second dragonkin that we've killed, and both have been defenseless.
Yeah, you
Thank
guys.
you,
are-
Xylund.
Defenseless because we beat the shit out of him the first time around. It's not like he was just wandering helpless in the wild or something. He started this.
I feel his employer started it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So really, we should be
Alright,
trying to
Lamar.
talk to this manager.
Yeah.
Clearly. Okay, Lana, so this is what you come away with. You have a potion times 2.
I'm gonna
which
call them
is
turtle
not
potions.
Necessarily. Yep, you've got 2 2 turtle potions. Yes, very nice.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
Partridge in a pear tree. You find a couple of smaller items that are really pretty and really shiny, but probably aren't worth a whole lot. A lot of them are gilt sort of thing. So there's candelabras and little things like that have been kind of set up. A silk dress that is obviously worse for wear for being underwater, and you find about 10 gold pieces scattered about. More importantly, though, in addition
A week
to
ago, that would have
your
quadrupled my money.
yes, in addition to your 2 turtle potions, you find 2 really beautiful gilded ornate scroll cases, like little scroll tubes
Mhm.
that are not empty,
Ooh.
that actually do have scrolls inside of them, as well as several rather large and for some reason this particular dragon has an affinity for the color orange, like transparent
but okay.
orange, the way he has it set up. I know he has 4 fairly good sized transparent orange stones that had been set up so that they hung over the candelabra, assuming that when it was lit it would be able to cast pretty lights through them. So there are very pretty gemstones up for the taking.
Yoink.
Okay, so we've got claws and teeth and scrolls and potions and gems and shell.
So we're
and
not
a
currently
dead-
underwater right now, correct?
No, all the water is gone. All the water has rushed out. You guys are now standing at the bottom of this pit with no visible way out.
Oh come on, we're wizards. We'll be fine.
What about invisible ways out?
What I was mostly getting at is it safe to open these cases because we're no longer underwater?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. There's no
yeah.
water here. Just trickles on the floor. You are more than welcome to open those cases if you would like.
I would like to see if they have like a self-acidifying mechanism first, and then I will open it.
Okay. That is
Think that-
a wise thing.
I think Nex would like freak out if we just opened up 2 scrolls since he hasn't like gotten
I
any
know.
scrolls.
I know. I
He just
know.
I don't have the
automatically-
patience. Next, we'll wait.
Okay. Go ahead and do a perception check on the cases to make sure they're not trapped or in any other way set to be damaged. Okay. They don't appear to be trapped in any way. They are really well made. They are quite beautiful, but they are seemingly harmless.
It is labeled as very pretty skull crates in my inventory, and I will open it.
Okay. Each one contains a single scroll. Judging by the symbology upon it, they are spell scrolls. So,
Can I attempt to identify what's on them with my bard brain?
yeah. With your bard brain, yeah. You'll need knowledge of
Arcana?
religion and knowledge of
Kern, do you want to guide me in this? I'm not very good at either of those things. Thanks, Kern.
I got you.
God damn it.
You're the best. No clue. Like, I don't
Alright.
know.
Maybe you should hand them to Lily.
Maybe you should hand them to Lily.
I thought she was too out of it.
It's up to you
Lily, take a
guys.
look at these scrolls.
Yeah, Lily,
please.
look at these. Tell us what these are.
All right. Well, since Lily is a linguist and everything else in creation, I'll just go tell you what they are. One of them is a scroll for Storm of Vengeance.
Ooh.
Ooh. And the other one is a scroll for Incendiary Cloud.
Both those are pretty high level.
They
I think
are
Storm of
indeed.
Vengeance is like a 9th level spell.
It is.
Holy shit.
It is indeed.
Nice.
And Incendiary Cloud is 8th level.
Oh,
So
one of
y'all
those
have
Lily can
fun.
learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Incendiary Cloud is the war crime spell.
It is indeed.
I don't think anybody can cast Storm of Vengeance though, because it's a druid only spell.
Counterpoint. I think I get more magic secrets at some point.
There you go.
Yeah, but do you want to spend it on Storm of Vengeance or Wish?
I get 2.
Oh, you get 2. Okay, never
But
mind.
that's not going to happen because
I'd say Noel has clearly prepared for this moment.
Yes.
So yes, you have your odds and sods. You have your 2 beautiful new spells. Lily will be very happy when she awakens from her stupor. You've got some gemstones. You've got a little bit of gold. Got some pretty things for the ship if you want them.
Yes.
Candelabras and stuff. So yeah, bottom of the pit.
I throw a grappling hook up.
I've got my grapple gun.
Oh yes,
It's attached to my belt.
Batman this shit.
Fire
Okay.
my grappling gun up.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Your grapple gun. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm just trying to figure out.
Do it faster.
Can't.
Do it more.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Harder, better, faster. All right. Okay. The walls here are definitely rough enough that you can find purchase, knocking some stuff off the sides as you do, causing this cascade of gold coins and as well as copper and silver sort of raining down on you at the bottom of the pit as you knock stuff over.
So it's fastened firmly enough that I can climb up?
Yes.
Or actually, I'll just click the button and... No, actually, I can't do that because everyone has to climb it. I'll
Yeah,
just
you
climb
can't.
up. No, wait. I'll let everyone climb up and then I'll up after them.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy. All right. So Xylund has secured a rope by which you may leave the pit if you wish.
Yes.
All right, who needs help climbing?
Now let me roll
I-
for Lily. Lily might need help. Hang on.
It's fine. I'm out. Bye.
All right. I think she does have levitate prepared, if nothing else.
I will offer my services to Lily.
Okay. Yeah. Let her keep
I
her spell
do
slot.
offer my services to anybody who needs help climbing. And I also have the climb speed, so I don't even need to roll technically.
No, you don't. No, you're fine. All right. So everyone either levitates or is fireman carried up the rope, with Xylund coming quickly behind. Now you are once again standing in the first chamber, the Jellyfish Chamber, where there's dead jellyfish all over the floor now.
We
Water is
avenged the
gone
jellyfish.
from up here too. You avenged the jellyfish?
Yeah, we killed the person who killed the jellyfish. Dragon turtle.
Okay.
There was still like treasure in this room too, right?
There's a little bit. Yeah, there's some along the walls.
Mm-hmm.
As well as other bits that were brought down when the water levels fell. So there is another easily 75 gold that can be scavenged from the floor, as well as smaller gemstones. There's a couple pieces of onyx. There are, then this should also make Lily very happy, there are about 6 pearls. Seems to be another favorite of Dragon Turtle. Smaller bits.
So let's grab all those things. I'll grab the
Yes.
gold, I guess.
Got some gold. Got a half dozen pearls. Got a little more decorative stuff, plates and things that have been hung up like Christmas decorations that you're welcome to take. Not worth much on their own. Some of these items are probably closer to beaten brass than anything else, but gold coins, pearls, all very useful. I'm gonna let Hildreth have a dead jellyfish because I imagine he would want to take one.
Okay.
More
Alright.
than likely.
Yeah, I can't see him walking away from a dead creature without at least taking a bit of it, so we'll give him a whole jellyfish. All right. Now that you've murdered Dragon Turtle and taken all his stuff, where would you like to go?
Go and take more stuff.
More stuff! I like that the lesson that we're getting here is more stuff.
So much
I
stuff.
mean, am I wrong?
No. No. You're fine. Okay. So back into the main chamber?
Yeah.
Alright.
Daddy needs a new hammer.
Alright. Did I put the Master of the Cave in here?
For what?
I think I've lost my mind. Master of the Cave.
I don't believe.
Wasn't that the dragon turtle?
No. No, the Master of the Cave is somebody who is in charge of the Dragon Turtle.
There's a big blue square at the bottom right-hand part of it.
No, that's not it. That's something different.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about that square down there. That's fine. That's a contingency plan square. Okay. I thought I had I thought I had the Master of the Cave set up. Apparently I didn't. I do now, though. So here we go.
Okay.
Back to it. Yeah, we're fine. It's all fine. I had it all prepared. I just didn't finish the task. Okay. So we're back in the main chamber, having looted our poor friend Dragon Turtle. All the water's gone from here as well. There are still pools of it. So here, where there is water on the visual aid, that water has still remained, leaving these raised sections of ruined temple as little oasis popping up. The tower is still up there as you emerge from the cave, but the main floors here are now just sort of, you know, a little wet with some standing water, but are basically clear. Basically clear. Return to Loot Fest, yes. All right, so where would you like to go?
Towards
In
the
our-
shiniest stuff possible.
Well, there's, again, not a whole lot of shiny stuff. Most of the stuff up here appeared to be crap.
I think we should head to the center to take care of the wizard or whatever before we continue our loot spree.
The lizard wizard?
Yep, the King Gizzard.
When did we establish there was a wizard?
Right now.
Yeah, just now.
The wizard.
Let's go.
Well, there. There's probably
It's just, you know, Xylund's reality. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fish wizard, obviously.
Clearly, Fish Wizard.
God, I wanna run like a one shot where, like, those weird fish people, like, just made up a god or whatever, and
Yeah, those guys, they're cool.
Yeah.
Those
and
guys.
it's just terrorizing a coastal town, and it's like the most ridiculous thing ever.
Kuatoa are the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout
Yes,
out
I
for
like
the god
Kuatoa.
of Kidnap.
I love
Kidnap, the god of Black Friday.
the Kuatoa have a god.
It's like super fucking weird spelling.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's absolute nonsense. it's the weirdest god name ever. And it's a weird god too. Yeah, they're a very odd race, but I do enjoy the Kuatoa. All right, so we're going back to the main hoarder location here, looking for our fish wizard, now that the waters have receded. And as you enter the platform to look for more loot to pillage, you murder hobos you, you are given a chance to meet the master of the cave. Yeah, there we go. And he's got like a weird history. Like I don't remember right now, but
They just believed he existed. that he
Yeah.
existed.
pretty much, yeah. They like just okay. So our master of the cave materializes in the center of his hoard. I will blow him up for you.
Ew.
You may see him properly
Wow.
in
Ew.
all his glory.
Boy.
He kind of looks like a fish wizard. He seems to walk very comfortably on tentacles, although he does not appear to be exactly touching the ground. There's a bit of a sway to them, as if you all were still underwater. On his back, much as in this picture, he does carry stuff like the like the junkyard lady in Labyrinth, where he has this covering of odds and ends. Some of them precious, most of it mundane. And he does have sort of the face and beak of an octopus. But he does stand, he's medium sized, so he is, about 6 foot-ish. Maybe 7 if he stands up straight. And kind of regards you specifically, individually, with just hard little black eyes. Taking your measure, as it were, and not really saying anything right away. I'll give
Hello?
you a chance to act. Kern's doing his hello.
My name is Davynn from Whitfeld.
We took our revenge on the dragon turtle, so we have no further quarrel with you.
But also,
Nothing-
if you were the one who was making the dragon turtle attack random ships, you should stop doing that.
Actually, Lana leaves the cone.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
We didn't learn from the turtle. We're learning now.
Seeing Lana. Okay.
Yep.
Let's stay in the center.
I love it. You guys crack me up. Use the code.
So are you a priest of Lyranel? What's going on here?
I need everybody to please do a wisdom saving throw.
But I left the cone.
It ain't a cone.
Here.
In this particular instance, there is no code.
Come on, Daddy needs a new parachute.
That's fine. I have a +1.
Ah, I am the only one who probably made it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, you do get your +2s from Xylund, right?
Well, they have to be within.
Well,
Not
I
Lana.
We
do.
scattered
do.
because we left the cone.
Kern.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, lovely. Okay. So, y'all feel this really deep desire. Not you, Kern. Everyone else. Oh, I should roll for Lily. I should probably put Lily on the board, too. Somebody want to run Lily. Who has access to her sheet?
I don't have access to her sheet, though.
I think I have access to her sheet. Nope, I don't.
No. All right. So don't you traditionally run Lily?
I have the last time.
All right. Oh. Here.
Take it.
Lily.
Right.
Okay. So yes, have her roll her save as well. So I will
I
continue to forget.
I can't.
Can't?
Do it. Can't. Yes.
Did I mess it up?
Maybe I should just load.
Hang on a second. No, it's not you. It's me. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I didn't save the changes properly. That was my fault.
Now I
You should be
gotcha.
good to go. Yep. I forgot how to roll 20 for a minute. That was my fault.
All right, she's gonna make a save, and when I say make, I mean she is going to make it.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
Yeah.
she makes.
She will make that. So she is exempt. The other three of you feel a deep compulsion to stand as close to the Squid Wizard as you possibly can.
Squizzer.
Yay, Squid Wizard. I love it.
I wish I had watched more SpongeBob so I could make better Squidward jokes, but I am unfortunately a noob at
For
SpongeBob.
what it's worth, that's an MCU joke.
Is it? Well, no, Squidward's in SpongeBob, right?
Yeah, he is, but they made a Squidward joke in Endgame.
Oh, I haven't seen Endgame.
Good choice.
Not Endgame, Infinity War.
You
That's
saw
better choice.
Endgame? I watched Endgame with you.
Did I?
Yeah?
Why do I remember it? Apparently I don't.
Apparently not.
Hmm. Nah, I don't remember Endgame.
It was the one where they all come out of portals, and then there was the female
Spoiler.
empowerment moment.
Oh yeah. And I laughed. I'm pretty sure I laughed.
Yeah, well, it was pretty ridiculous.
Anyway, Yes. So, Xylund, Davynn, Lana, feel free to cuddle up next to the Squid Wizard,
Cozy.
Cozy, and get an up close and personal view of him as he
Alright.
burbles and seems to enjoy your
Okay.
company. Kern, I will give you action. What would you like to do with it?
I guess go up and hit it.
Hit it?
It just did stuff to my friends.
It did. Feel free. I won't stop you.
Let's blow that on it. Actually, let me see. What do I want to do? Do I want to do that? I think so.
Maybe you can reason with it.
It's beyond reasoning now.
Let's reason with it, says the one that killed the turtle.
I was gonna
It was a
say,
turtle.
I
It was a turtle. It wasn't a unique one of a kind squid wizard.
It doesn't have my.
How many dragon turtles have you seen, Xylund?
Tons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
you're-
believe-
Oh, I gotta actually roll the hit with it.
Okay, so you're casting lightning
13.
strike.
Yeah. I don't hit probably on the 13.
No,
Oh.
you wouldn't hit with that, unfortunately.
Okay. They will deduct the spell slot accordingly.
And that's an automatic hit, right? That's not a roll to save for that. Like if you hit with the attack, you hit with the lightning. It's not
Yeah.
a saving throw.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Let me drop it because I made it. Let me double check what it's Lily's sheet. As part of an action, you use this to make a melee weapon attack with it within the spell's range. Otherwise, the spell fails. On a hit, the target suffers the normal effects. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, if it just automatically succeeds if I hit with a strike.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's no save or anything.
All right. So now we're gonna have some battle time. Oh wait, that's not what I want. That's what I want.
Initiative tracker.
Well, you did smack it.
To be fair, it
To be
possessed my
fair,
friends.
I wanted to cuddle, and you smacked it.
He also didn't.
So everyone, please, yeah, he missed, which is unfortunate for you guys.
Unfortunate for you.
So yes, everyone, please place yourselves on the thingy.
Well, Kern and Lily aren't going to be doing anything.
Now, we will start at the top of the round
Wow, we got
with
shit.
Xylund. Now, you are basically considered to be charmed, which means you consider the Squid Wizard your friend. That does not automatically mean that you have to attack Kern or Lily for defiling your friendship with the Squid Wizard, but you do consider the Squid Wizard a friend. What would you like to do, Xylund?
I'll sort of give Kern a gentle shove and be like, hey, man, back off.
It possessed you.
Squid Wizard is awesome.
Do you hear yourself?
Don't make me do something I don't want to.
All right. So those two are having a discussion. Lana, same deal. You feel no compulsion to attack.
Oh, do I have to
But
stay by Squid?
You don't
I have
feel
to
a
stay by
compulsion
Squid
to
when Squid
attack.
attacks.
You have to stay next to
All right.
him. Yes, that is a compulsion. You do feel the need to stay close to him.
So Lana's going to
but
stand
you're not
here
overtly hostile.
and be paralyzed by the inability to get between Lily and the Squid Wizard, to protect him, because of the fact that two people cannot occupy.
Okay. That is correct. Davynn, we'll throw it to you.
Come on, Kern. He's just so like nicely slimy and stuff. Have you felt him yet? Because I've been, really enjoying this texture. You should try it.
It's going to be very difficult not to make a hentai joke in this episode. We will go to Lily. Lily, what would you like to do? As your friends are talking about feeling up the Squid Wizard.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate?
She doesn't have any spell slots left for disintegrate. God, she has no.
What is the appropriate response?
I think she'll just hit with magic missile because, like, that's the only other attack she has besides disintegrate prepared. So we'll throw a smooth level 1 magic missile. That's a lot. It just hits. Also, that's 10 damage.
Yep, that's good. That's real good. Let me make a note of that.
And then she'll be like, "Kern, you've got this, right?" I feel like that's accurate.
Yeah, I think that is true, actually. Before Kern's turn, Squid Wizard's turn, the water begins to rush back into the chamber at full frickin' speed, mostly coming from above. You could hear it echoing in the dragon turtle cave that you left. You can hear the rush of water as it returns, start to fill that up, and just the echoes as it comes out and echoes off the walls in here. But also in here, there are 4 locations, basically at the cardinal points, where the water begins to fall from above in these just torrential waterfall things. And yeah, the chamber begins to fill up extremely quickly.
God damn it, Squizzard.
It's your go, Kern.
All right. I'll be like, you guys are being idiots. Fucking attack this thing. Middle paragraph.
Yep. So everyone has to make a charisma?
No.
Or it just works?
We can
You
choose.
attempt to suppress strong emotions. That's 1. Or I can suppress an effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened with the
Okay.
spell. The suppress effect resumes. So I have it.
So just in your area. Okay.
Well, within like every humanoid within a
Yeah.
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within the spell area. Okay.
I don't know why like people don't prepare this spell. It's so useful and like
Yeah,
a whole bunch
It
of
is
them.
handy.
Yeah.
Do they?
They do.
He has
What?
save,
If a
but we
creature
can
fails its saving throw, choose one of the 2 following effects.
choose-
Oh, that's I thought that's the way I read it, but I was willing to give over.
I didn't.
It also says that a creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes.
It's true.
So I think we should choose to fail it.
Can we choose if we're charmed though? Wouldn't we choose to resist it?
Kern's your
Bard at
friends
the
too.
plus 12 says,
Yeah, technically you don't feel any hostility towards Kern. You just really like the Squid Wizard right now.
Okay, all right. So I guess we would choose to fail.
Okay. So you
and
no
if Kern
longer
walks away
feel
from us,
compelled.
we go back to hugging the buddy.
Basically, yeah. That's how that's gonna play. So yeah, you don't. There's no after effect to this ability as far as the Squid Wizard is concerned. So you don't. I mean, you don't realize that you were charmed. So whether or not you like the Squid Wizard at this point is particularly based on your own free will. You're no longer compelled. All right, Kern, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Do I have any bonus action stuff? No, I don't. So I will sit there and be like, "You done fucked now, Squid Wizard."
As the water rises. All right, go back to the top of the round. Xylund, you are no longer feeling any compulsions. What would you like to do?
All right, I'll take in the revised situation, I'll be like, turn to the Squid Wizard and I'll be like, okay, let's just take the tensions down a notch. I have some questions about Lyra now and about
now
Squid
you-
Wizards in general. So could we just like calm down a little bit?
Now you want to be calm.
Well, the other one was a dragon turtle. It smashed the ship.
This one charmed you.
And the dragon
Well-
turtle was working for this guy.
I've still got my sword out.
Oh, okay. Well then.
I'm not attacking him.
So you pose your questions to Squid Wizard, who will respond. Everyone put down their weapons, and we can talk, and you can understand him. His mouth is moving, but the voice sounds more like it's in your noggin. All of your noggins.
I don't have my sword raised. It's already down, so I'm not going to put it right down on the ground. There's water everywhere. I will mention that to the Squid Wizard. There is water everywhere. I'm not putting my sword down on the ground. But it's down, basically.
That is the end of your turn, Lana.
I'm gonna look to Kern, because Kern is the one who freed me from the Squid Wizard charms. I'm gonna follow, like, look for a signal there of, like, are we gonna keep mauling this thing?
Oh, it controlled you guys. Like,
I have to admit, I am inclined to kill it, slightly.
There's so much shit we could possibly learn from this guy.
Xylund, hearing this come from you does not inspire confidence, but yes. I will step back, but I will hold a cantrip in case, with the trigger of if he harms any one of my assorted friends or myself.
Okay.
as you're walking back, I'm like, cha 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 cha.
Never mind.
Okay.
We gotta get this done quickly. We have limited time before you guys start thinking he's the best thing ever again.
All right. Lana's made her choice. We go to Davynn. Davynn, what would you like to do?
I will, first of all, realize what I've been touching and then go like, ew, 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 and wipe this all off on my, I guess, shirt. Yeah, that's a thing that, yeah. I'm just thinking
That is
that
the
the
thing.
shirt will probably be wet because of the slimy stuff of hugging a
Yeah.
squid wizard, so.
Yeah.
And then I will look at Kern and say, hold on, so just to be clear, he was messing with my mind, right?
Yes.
I really don't like that. I'm going to take a page from Xylund's book, and I am going to just attack the Squid Wizard.
Okay. How would you like to attack the Squid Wizard?
With a spiked chain.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Okay.
If those both hit, then that's 21 points of piercing damage, and I will also use... let's see, I think it's this one? Yes, this, so I can add 2 superiority dice to this. For an extra 14 damage. And also, if it's concentrating on a spell, then it has disadvantage on the concentration check to maintain it.
No. Not yet.
And I'll be like,
Okay.
stop
Yeah.
messing with my mind! It's rude.
Lily.
So I take it negotiations are off the table then. There we go. Another. Ooh, getting some good rolls with Magic Missile.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she'll be like, just poke back around. Out of sight, out of mind.
And just hiding.
I mean, all of her prepared spells are all like utility spells except that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay.
Imagine having attack spells.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
That's an attack cantrip.
Okay. It's Squid Wizard's turn.
Wizards.
As is appropriate.
Squidward's turn. So first off, environmental change. The water does continue to rise. It has now crested the sort of low nubs of the walls on the ruined sections of temple. So it is beginning to flood the actual floor. It is rushing in very quickly. You've got maybe 2 more turns before it will be over your heads.
Okay.
In addition, anyone who'd like to make a perception check, please feel free to do so.
Did somebody say perception check?
All right. So while all of you notice the dark shapes that have fallen, one per, kind of water spout from above, only Kern gets a good enough look at it to get an idea of what it is. These suckers are 9 to 10 foot long. Kern, you're definitely able to make out a mouth and something that might be eyes. You're fairly sure. Definitely more than the requisite number. And long spiked tentacles flowing down behind them as they ride the water spout into the deepening pool.
Guys, we got company.
I will give you an image of what we might be working with here. Just, for funsies.
Snacks.
Oh, it's not exactly. Oops, shoot. I messed that up. Not precisely snacks.
Water snacks.
Water snacks, indeed. For some reason that didn't save because, of course, it didn't. Because why would anything ever work? Let me pull this up here. I can show it to you. Yeah, it's broken. Damn it. I will put it in Discord. Maybe if my internet wants to actually, cooperate. Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling that as soon as we see this, we're gonna be like, "Oh no!" Just no.
It's tentacle snakes.
It is sort of tentacle snakes. I can't get the picture to come up. I'll find a better one. But I will give the game award to Noel for the day when she guessed Aboleth.
I sent her a message too. I'm like, this sounds like an aboleth there.
Aboleths are pretty bad news, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
They suck. They suck. So yes, the shape of aboleths, which I will try and get a picture. I've just been using a generic token for them. And for some reason, the picture won't load because whatever. Roll20 hates me. But yes, 4 aboleths, 1 in each little water spout. Dropped down from the ceiling into the gathering water below. And as for our squid wizard friend himself, he decides to go ahead and yes, 4. 1 from each spout to fire this one up. So I need everyone to kindly make a dexterity throw.
Oh, we're all nicely bunched up, so +2 for everyone.
Other than Lily. Lily is exempt.
I am so good.
Awesome.
Okay. So Lana, you're fine. Everyone else less so. The tentacled squid wizard raises two of his tentacles and conjures lightning from deep within himself.
Oh no.
And it bounces from Kern initially and then
God.
to the other three of you.
Damn it.
So obviously, Lana, you will take half damage. The rest of you will take full damage from this. And it is...
Owie, 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 owie.
It is owie indeed. Although not as owie as it could have been. It is 48.
That
48
is-
points of lightning damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, not as out.
That's pretty owie.
It could have been 80, y'all.
I'm almost dead.
48, that's 50 plus 2, so that's... Okay, all right. This is fine. This is fine, isn't it? Right?
No, we're dead. We're so fucked.
Let me roll my Constitution save to see if I keep concentrating. Nope, I don't.
Oh, no.
No, 48? Yeah, no, I actually
Yeah.
make it. I'm concentrating.
Oh, okay.
24. Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay.
God.
So we did that.
I think
Kern.
that's a very small thing. My reaction technically goes off because that was distinctly hurting my friends.
Oh, you. Oh, okay. What cantrip? Do you have?
Eldritch Charge.
Vicious Mockery. Eldritch Charge. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't
Let
do
it
Vicious
fly.
Mockery. We're too high level for that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I wasn't. 9.
Ooh, nice.
How many do you get?
3.
3.
Oh, nice.
And then 22. Okay.
Guys, this
Got it.
sounds like a situation where we need to get the fuck out of here. I don't see us winning this. Do we want a GTFO?
Uh,
I cannot take another blast like that.
no, none of us
Yeah.
can, I don't think, but I don't think we can get away either.
I can. I can get us away. I can get us
Okay.
all away.
You can.
Okay, I thought Kern was just like, I'm out. I don't know.
Well, if you can get us away, then by all means do it. But yeah, like turning tail and running with a bunch
I can
of
get us back to the ship.
tentacle- Okay, we'll do that then. I think. Okay, yeah.
Are we spending our GTF out button on this?
We have 4 abelisks coming in. I have 27 hit points.
I have
Oh, I did not
13.
realize that was 4 abelisks.
Yeah, we have 4 different
Yes.
abelisks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got 4. Yeah,
That's the realization I came to as well.
Yes, there was one in each little waterfall. Yes, there were 4 in toto.
I
Also-
heard aboleth and snake friends. Get us the fuck out of here.
No. 4
the water
aboleths.
is rising,
Zero
and we've
snake
got like
friends.
2 turns before we drown, probably. So, I mean, those of us without gills, anyway.
No, so I will try this. Back to the ship. Since
All right,
I
June.
established that the ship is a holy place for
Yes. Yeah, your ship is a holy place.
Eileen.
Okay. So we will leave this horrible place.
And it's
go
not
back.
till we like get on the ship that I'm just like, shit, Hildreth is still back there.
Oh fuck!
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Speaking of, oh my god.
Twinkie.
I was summoned.
Well,
That's awesome.
let's recap. First off, when you guys finish the spell and you find yourself on your ship is not where you left it. Your ship is now inside a cave very, very similar to the initial grotto that you walk through. It is effectively moored against the rocks, held up so that it can't travel of its own volition. and it is mostly covered by this cave. There is an entrance and exit just big enough for a ship to get in and out of, but the water level has fallen to the point where you are shipwrecked, effectively. The bottom of the ship doesn't appear to be damaged because of the metal plating.
Yes.
But you can't, like, your rudder is worthless. You have run aground effectively inside this cave. So that's the first thing. The second thing, Hildreth.
Yo.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
I got you a nice tongue when I next see you.
And a
that you'll be able to
jellyfish.
cut out
And a
for
jellyfish.
stuff.
Yeah, you get a dead jellyfish too. Okay, so what had happened was the crew got further into this grotto and decided to explore, but they wanted someone to stay behind, someone trustworthy to stay behind and guard their packs so they wouldn't
That
be
was silly.
overburdened. Yes, and you were nominated to do that. So you have been sitting on this little bit of rock overlooking a vast expanse of water, where you have been told that it ends in a little cubbyhole, and on the other side is a ruined temple, and the rest of the crew GTFO'd to the ruined temple and did some questionable things that you have no knowledge of.
Not our party. They wouldn't do anything questionable.
Because you have been guarding everyone's packs on this little rock. And then when shit got real, as it tends to do on occasion, Kern GTFO'd back to the ship, which you're also not aware of. So you are still hanging out in the middle of this grotto, having effectively been alone for an untold amount of time, multiple hours.
To be fair, I don't think Kern would have abandoned him if it wasn't like a life or death thing.
I'm not saying it wasn't warranted. I'm just saying that's what happened.
All right. Now we've got a visual aid. Everything's
Yep.
set.
Yep, we're good. That's what's going on. Is Hildreth is holding down the fort, if the fort is this little tiny baby chunk of rock, with everyone packed. While everyone else went off to adventure.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And ran into some technical difficulties.
Oh no! Our Pac-Man ghosts, the technical difficulties.
It was interesting. Yeah, y'all killed the dragon turtle. I say y'all, I mean Xylund. And met a squid wizard.
Squizzard?
A squizzard that got poked and didn't care for it. And tried to fry you all with lightning. Not you, you're safe, but them. With lightning. And summoned some aboleths to join the party before Kern decided it was time to go.
Some aboleths?
There were
As
four of them.
Multiple is what convinced everyone it was time to leave. 1 to 3 was not enough. 4 was the magic number.
Four dropped in at once, okay?
Yeah.
After we had just taken a chain lightning, so...
Yeah, listen, it was definitely a strategic, tactical retreat, but you are still alone in the cave. Which makes me laugh more than anything. Okay, so crew that is on the ship. You are here. You are on the deck of your beloved ship. It appears to be sound, if shipwrecked a little, you know. But it's here. You made it. No more aboleths or squid wizards.
We should contact Hildreth.
Yeah, I've got locate object prepared. I could ping my stuff and then we could find our way back to him. Oh wait, yeah, no, I do still. No wait, yes.
It's 1,000 feet, yeah.
Do you have some way of telepathically contacting him, or?
Yep. Hey, Hildreth. Ran into some technical difficulties. Had to teleport back to the ship, but the ship's in a cave. Good luck.
Stay put.
We'll try to find you. Tentacle difficulties, yes. I
This
definitely.
way, Web, you should retcon it and make it tentacle difficulties.
It is.
That's the game. That's the game name right there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm changing the name of the episode. It used to be What's Our Goal Vengeance, and now it's going to be Tentacle Difficulties.
Also, I want to note that at the end of Descending, there was a little bit of everybody else being like, you should have said tentacle difficulties.
Yeah, that got picked up. Yep.
Well, Hildreth doesn't have sending, so he'll just.
You can respond to it.
Oh, he can.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, you can. You can respond to this message. Yeah.
How many? Do I also get 25 words?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll ping my stuff.
Is that all? Or
Yeah, that's
are
all.
we just waiting? Oh, how can we tell if it's all? He didn't say over or anything.
What did Hildreth say?
Okay.
Oh, just okay.
Just okay.
Because he has
Maybe
25.
Maybe he's just like considering his words.
I don't think so. I think you would just say okay.
All right. Well, let's try to go find Zachary. Zachary. Climb up to the crow's nest. Zachary, you in here?
Be empty.
Ooh.
I
Intriguing.
go downstairs. Zachary.
So after walking around and saying her name flatly for 20 minutes, you do eventually find Zachary, who has decided to sleep in Davynn's bed.
Yeah, that's
you know, Lana's not gonna like this, you know.
Just, snoring loudly on her back, leg kicked over the end of the bed frame, passed out.
All right, Zachary. Shove. Zachary. Shove.
Yeah. Huh?
What
Oh.
happened to the ship, Zachary?
Aren't we on the ship?
What
Just
happened
kinda
to the ship,
looked around a
Zachary?
little bit. We're on the ship.
You had one job. What happened to the ship?
We're on. This is the ship, right?
This is the ship, but where is the ship?
Hmm.
You know, we should go for a walk, Zachary. We should go upstairs. Come on.
Man. God. And she gets up. Fine. It's your
Get up.
deal.
Get up to the stairs. Up to the
Yeah,
top.
go up the stairs.
What happened to the ship, Zachary?
Well, this is different.
Yeah. You think?
Well, where are we? It wasn't like this when I went. Well, okay. I think the crow's nest is rough, and the sun was high, and I went downstairs to sleep better. And we were still in the water. I don't know how we got here. How'd you get here? She narrowed her eyes at you, looked at you suspiciously.
This is our ship. We can find the ship anywhere we want. We can return to it at any time because it's our ship.
I don't think anyone's disputing that, Buckaroo, but it's clearly not where you left it, and I didn't move it.
Did you see anything? Did you feel anything when you were sleeping? Did something wake you up?
You woke me up!
Oh my god. Aside from me.
No. I didn't see or hear anything.
Damn it.
I mean, you know, like, I would assume I would have heard something. Probably takes more than one person to drive this thing, which is, you know, useful for some and less useful
That is
for
a good.
others.
That
Yeah.
is a good assumption, which is why I thought that you might have seen something.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see or hear anything. I don't know how we got in here. Can we leave?
We need to find Hildreth first.
You lost Hildreth too? You found the ship, but you lost Hildreth.
Just make sure we're gonna go find him now. Make sure nothing happens to
You
the
lost
ship,
a
please.
person and I'm the asshole. I don't know how that quite works, but
She
maybe
brings
you
up
should
good
go
points.
find Hildreth and not be quite so worried about the ship. Losing Hildreth. How do you lose Hildreth?
There's just a bonking sound as Kern slams his head against the side.
Penance
Of the
won't do
mess.
you any good. It's all your fault. You lost Hildreth. I kept
Just
the ship
watch
fine.
Just watch the ship.
Okay, I'll watch the ship. She sits down and leans up against the wheel. I'm watching the ship.
Okay.
Why don't you go find the person that you lost?
At least you can't steal it now.
I couldn't steal it before. I'm
But now you really can't.
Like, I want your ship.
It's a pretty dope ship.
Yeah,
It's
well, it used to
nice,
be
yeah.
before that dragon turtle had its way with it.
Hey, what's everybody doing in my cabin?
Hi. No, we came upstairs. we came upstairs. That's how we know we're someplace different. So yeah, you don't know that Zachary was sleeping in your bed apparently, which, you know, that's fine. That's a nice ship. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for a person, but that's me, I guess. I was raised differently than some. Just go find your friend, your good friend, the friend that you left somewhere.
Xylund, I'm blocking her out.
Thank the gods you could find the ship, though. That's important, but not your friend.
Xylund,
Just the
have
ship.
you got a lock on?
I don't know. Is he
Stuff.
within 1,000 feet?
He's not within 1,000 feet.
Oh, well, that's a third level spell slot burned for no reason.
Well,
God
you
damn
can
it.
keep concentrating on it for up to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So
you can.
Okay.
You can use it
All right,
as a
let's pick a
tracker.
direction then.
In
All right. So you descend from your ship, Sakuri waving you off as you go down the gangplank, wishing you well.
I'll bring the tongue with me as a sort of peace offering.
All right, and you're able to again kind of go through this area of the cave is more of a traditional sort of seaside kind of thing. You can actively hear the ocean. It sounds super far away, but you can at least hear it. So it's less of the low grotto and more of a traditional sort of like smuggler's hole kind of cave. So you are able to sort of traverse the rocky sections and head back inwards towards the center of the island. As you do so, the topography becomes less craggy and more of the gentler sort of coral encrusted areas that you're used to. None of it looks particularly familiar, but at least there is a shift in the geography. And so, Xylund, as you travel through, you do kind of pick up a twinge of your belongings. They are very much on the absolute edge of your senses, but there's no clear path. The direction is sort of in a northwesterly ping, but there's the tunnel that you're going through, the channel that you're taking only goes dead north. There's no offshoot that seems to be taking you closer to that direction, to the direction of Hildreth.
All right, well, I'll point the direction where my stuff is to the others, just so we all know. I guess we'll continue on the way we're going and hope it doubles back or something.
Can we like mark the walls on like which way we're going so that when we go back, we have a route to take?
Yeah, this area is completely dry, other than obviously the water on the floor that you're dodging. The walls themselves are dry, so you could very easily make charcoal marks, and they'll be there for a little bit.
Well, I mean, like,
or
scratch against the wall,
scratch,
like with the rock.
yeah.
Yeah, scratches.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yep, you'd be able to.
In case
mark
the water
walls.
comes back in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, you can do that as you sort of work your way through. Hildreth, on your end, as the crew is talking about their ship and finding their way desperately back to you and their packs, you hear a noise from ahead of you as someone comes out of the water.
Someone?
Yeah,
Not
a person.
Something, someone.
No,
okay.
a personoid. Yeah, a personoid. Looks like they've been swimming for a bit, a little bedraggled. As best you can tell, female, but you're not super sure. Definitely reminds you of the fairy stories you heard growing up. Of the closest thing you would compare it to would be a dryad.
Oh, okay.
Very slight, slightly feral looking, but not hostile. This one is, of course, has a very bluish tint, which could be the lighting, or it could be her natural skin. It's difficult to tell here in the dark. But she swims out of the grand mass of water that your team disappeared into. Sees you kind of out of the corner of her eyes, almost like she saw you at the very last moment.
Mm-hmm.
And smiles. You can see kind of the pointed teeth that is common in a lot of Fey races. And she approaches you kind of gently and hesitantly and pushes out a hand a little bit, like she's trying to get your attention, but she hasn't spoken quite yet.
Hildreth will turn and stare directly, like, right at her, just to let her know that he sees her. He will also smile in a way similar to her, because his mother taught him that creatures of nature are meant to be respected. So he will not pull out his weapons and assume it's a monster that he has to skin and eat alive. But yeah, he's not going to wave over or anything. He's showing respect and giving her distance. If she wants to, like any wild animal, if she wants to come closer, he'll let her. Otherwise, he'll let her do her own thing.
All right. And she does continue to approach, taking little half steps and doing so carefully, still smiling, and eventually gets within arm's distance. She doesn't appear to be carrying any weapons, and she's certainly not wearing any armor. Her clothes are very simple and mostly rotten, or have been worn away by the elements, presumably. Not that she seems particularly shy in any way, but so she gets fairly close, within arm's reach. Fairly close, within arm's reach, and she starts to speak, but I don't believe you can understand her.
There's a high likelihood I don't.
Yeah. It's a very soft, very gentle language. It definitely doesn't sound like Fae to you. It's it's very different. It's not draconic. It's not as harsh as draconic or infernal, and it's not kind of the as lilting as you've heard Fae speech to be. It's just sort of a soft bubbling sound.
I'm afraid I can't understand you, but assuming you can understand me, I must let you know that I am here to guard these possessions with my life.
And so she kind of nods a little bit, like, okay, yeah, gotcha. But then she scoops up some water next to you, and she makes like rain over the possessions, over the packs.
Mm-hmm.
As and then she makes a no gesture. And gestures you to follow her.
Hildreth will set Zohar down, so Zohar can keep watching the packs, and we'll tell her, watch these. I won't be gone long or far. When is Hildreth not seduced?
It's not difficult. So she leads you off to one side, to the wall.
Not too far, I hope.
No, it's just off to the side. Rather than going deeper into the cave where your friends went, she just sort of leads you to the wall. So it's within 15 feet of where you were standing. Yeah, you could definitely. Yeah. No, you can see the packs. You can see Zohar. That's all fine. And she wipes away, almost as if it were chalk dust. She wipes at the collected barnacles and coral and other deposits that cover everything in this grotto. You notice that she deliberately avoids touching any of the plant life, the mosses and the fungus that are there. She avoids them, so it's the shape she ends up brushing away is slightly shorter. It's only about 5 foot high and about 5 foot wide, but it is roughly door shaped. It's got a weird kind of scalloped top where she's avoided the plant life. But as she brushes the stuff away, it just crumbles under her touch. And what is there is definitely an inset door. It's made of some sort of white stone, or it could just be the coating of lime scale over it. And again, she just touches it very gently and it pushes back. And you can see just beyond the door frame itself, there's a little bit of light, not like flickering like candlelight, not like the phosphorescent moss and everything that's in here, but what you're more accustomed to, lantern light or candle light just beyond.
All right, I will. I'll go ahead and activate my shadow as because I'm leaving Zohar behind. I want a little bit of extra protection.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets too handsy, I'll slap him and tell him no. Otherwise,
you got to control that shadow. It's got to mind its own. I know.
I like to imagine that Hildreth is calm and stoic, and the shadow is like, "No, I'm an excited child."
Yeah, the shadow is Hildreth's id, very much so. Shadow can't handle himself. So you're bringing your shadow with you inside?
Yep.
Okay. So the little area inside is still stone. But it's been sheltered from a lot of what's happened to the outside of the grotto. So you don't have the coral buildup or the barnacles or the limescale buildup. It's still very much what it might have been originally, which is a small cloister style room that you would see in a temple. You saw quite a few of them when you were visiting the Elvish temple back in Greylock.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been appointed with mostly wooden furniture, but it's very mismatched. It's clearly not from a set. It was not carved specifically for this. It's not actually in super good repair, but it's been kind of thrown together as sort of a semblance of, oh, this is what humans do, but not quite understanding the nuances of things. So it's functional, but it's a little off kilter. And your new friend seems to be a little uncomfortable in here. The air is very dry. There's no water in here. It's been kept virtually watertight. So her discomfort is incredibly visible as she steps in here. But she gestures to this sort of three-legged chair that's been propped up against a wall to give it some structure and some stability, inviting you to sit down.
He'll go ahead and be polite and sit down.
Okay. And she brings forth one of the glasses that's been just thrown in a rough tumble in a corner. It doesn't look like it's been used for 100 years. It's half rusted along the bottom, and sets it down in front of you, and water begins to appear in it almost immediately. And again, she's clearly drying out in here. Like her hair is beginning to dry. Her clothes aren't dripping any longer. You can almost see small cracks in the skin of her legs as she does it. But then when it's finished, She points to it and points to you.
Oh, he'll take it. And probably stick his tongue in it just to see if it's salt water or fresh water.
Okay.
Blah.
All right. It is definitely salt water.
Afraid of that.
Very definitely salt water. But she seems pleased enough. And as you raise it to your lips and give it its taste, she claps her hands as if she's pleased that you've accepted her gift. But as she claps her hands, the door that you came in shuts. And she sort of falls into a puddle on the floor. Like she just discorporates, just until she's just water that runs along the floor. And now you're in this tiny little room.
Can I scoop her up in like a little cup or something?
You can try and put her in the glass. Yeah, you can you can try and scoop her up.
If there's anything worth scooping up, he'll try to like get her remains in like as many different vessels as he can.
Yeah, there are random cups and small flasks and things. So you can, I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's probably less than like half a cup of actual liquid by the time you get it scooped up. And there's a little dust and a little stowed in there, no big deal. But you get some of her's in there. And that's where we will leave you for the moment in your tiny little room with your shadow.
At least she's not alone.
No, you got your shadow. And we'll go back to the rest of the crew.
This is exactly why I left so hard behind in case shit like this went down.
So
children behave.
the rest of the crew is winding through. I Noel took a 5. Does anyone else need a 5-minute break? I didn't even notice the time. Is everyone okay, or does anyone need a bathroom break? Okay, why don't we do that real quick? We'll take a little baby bathroom break, and then we'll come back and finish up today's adventure.
All right.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
Bye. Go.
All right. So we are back. Hildreth is in his tiny little room. Bless you.
At least the Dryad gave him a room as opposed to Kern.
Yeah. It's tucked away safe and sound. He's safe. And dry. Protected. He's precious. As the rest of the crew winds their way through this new section of the island, having found their ship beached or whatever in the little rocky shoals there, trying to get closer to Xylund stuff and not really finding a direct path there. Instead, the path they're on seems to be going deeper, but like I said, more in a northerly direction, and your stuff is more northwest. So you'll either have to wait until there's a fork or make your own.
Well, I feel like bashing down walls will draw attention to where we are. Maybe we should just keep going.
If there are 4 aboleths here, then maybe they know where we are anyways.
Maybe.
Also, I just want to make sure everybody also saw those 4 aboleths, right?
Yes. Yes. You weren't wrong. That was something. Oh, also, anybody who needs it, we just got wrecked. Take 12 hit points.
Yay!
I rolled so well.
Huzzah.
Yay.
Huzzah. Everyone gets their cure wounds, continues along. Again, the geography changing more towards the Limescale and Barnacled Grotto. The path still doesn't seem to branch in the proper direction, but you are definitely getting close to something. The water is beginning to rise under your feet. It's still not interfering with your movement in any way, but it is definitely getting deeper. Judging by the growth along the walls, this section of corridor seems to flood fairly regularly, or at least be underwater for periods of time. You are getting close to something. Continuing through, it does take a few sort of twists and turns in Xylund. You can kind of use that to guide yourself as your ping shifts. Do you twist and turn?
Mm-hmm.
Still not getting much closer, but you're trying until you eventually end up in a completely submerged location. You come out of the tunnel that you've been traveling in, standing above another large pool of water. This is a very small, sort of dead end cave, and the only way to go is down into the water.
Well, I can't grow gills anymore.
Well, maybe we can still breathe the water.
I'll
Maybe.
try. I tried last time. I'm gonna stick my head in the water and try to breathe.
It doesn't work so well this time around.
Ooh.
Bless you, Davin.
No, it doesn't work.
Well, I vote we send Hildreth another message telling him to hang tight, and we go back to the ship and take a long nap.
A long nap.
So I can still breathe underwater if I need to.
I also still have approximately 6 animals left.
But how smart are those animals?
Not very. How smart is a seal? Yeah, like
Can you-
I can dolphin.
Like an orca whale or a dolphin.
Dolphins are smart, yeah.
Yeah, dolphins are super smart.
I can dolphin.
Can you go explore?
I can
Or turn
I am
Xylund
now-
into a dolphin
I
so that he can track stuff?
then will just come back with a stone to dolphin.
It's like, I wonder what this kelp tastes like.
Nom, 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 nom.
Um,
I mean, if Lana and I go together, I could lead the dolphin, maybe.
this could
Okay.
only go well.
I'm loving this plan so far.
So is
Lana, I
Davin
feel like
gonna-
I spend more time with you as an animal than as a you.
so is Davin finally gonna ride Lana?
Mm,
Damn.
And we are leaving.
and gone.
Good night, everybody.
All right. So everyone
Them's the
is
session.
so we're doing alter self and then polymorph for everybody else, or are we just
Oh,
sending out a
just for
strike
me.
team?
I can't
think
do that. I
just
don't
for-
have the slots for that.
Davin and Lana, I think, are going
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah, I can't upcast polymorph to get more people anyway.
Okay.
I think.
So you two then will be the strike team diving into the water. Everything here is pretty dark, which again, not quite such an issue for Lana, slightly bigger issue for Davin. Thankfully, the way down is not super wide, so there's only so many places you can go. And there is another branch only about 20 feet down from the surface where you can go down another little corridor, again, completely submerged, and sort of wiggle your way through what can only be described as a series of ducts, as you're going through a little ductwork here. It does not take long. It's only a few minutes before you're up into another grotto. This time there is enough room at the top that you can breathe. This particular cave is not submerged all the way to the top. So there appear to be at least some places that have breathing locations.
I do like being able to breathe. Also, I realized that dolphins have to come up for air, so this wasn't the best plan I've ever done.
Yeah, but at the very least, you can hold your breath for a very long time.
Yeah, they're close enough that you could hold your breath from area to area.
I view this as a significant positive.
Do you want to continue on to the next chamber, or do you want to go back and touch base?
I guess we should just keep on going while also occasionally calling out for Hildreth.
Sounds like.
Okay.
I don't know what sounds dolphins make.
That's good enough.
That's my favorite thing ever.
Are you dreaming of spell slots regenerating? Yeah, no. No. It's not the way that works, but plus if you go to sleep, I'm pretty sure your locate object doesn't work. So power of positive thinking, you're right out of that. But Team Fish / Mammal, this case may be, you are able to travel to, again, another short set of tunnels that are submerged into a third area. This area, you come out and you are in the main chamber of the ruined temple once again. It has completely reflooded, so there is water going all the way up. But you are now even higher than you were the first time you entered it. You can even see the original door across the way. Squizzard is down in his previous location, or what you assume to be him, the figure in the center of the primary building, who appears to be playing with some of his toys down there. No other shapes in the water that you can detect. But yeah, this whole place is filled with water now.
I think very loudly about avoiding Squidward, but realize I can't actually speak. That, out of context, just made my roommate snort.
I will also avoid Squidwards, because that seems like the instinctually correct thing to do.
Are you going to try to sneak around or go back?
I will... Charades is harder with the dolphin, but I'm going to attempt to charades, do we sneak or go back? And then
it's even harder to charades back.
Okay, so then I will think about it, and then I will...
You can nod.
Recognize the answer that Lana would give, and then say, let's go back.
Thus completely ignoring Lana, who's already starting the other way, and then freezes.
Is there that awkward, like, oh, are we going back, or are we going...
Yeah,
okay, fine, I'll follow the dolphin.
All right, following the dolphin. So, do a stealth roll or a dolphin.
Dolphins are pretty sneaky.
I'm looking to see if there are dolphin stats. Oh, they're not. They are not stealthy.
There are dolphins. No, well, they're big, so
yeah,
it does not help.
I didn't think that through. So this is a D20 plus 1.
Yeah, but you're in.
Oh, so that's a 20.
Oh.
Okay.
God damn it, Davynn.
So Davynn's splashing about. He's doggy paddling, which is hilarious because he's actually an excellent swimmer. I am kidding, Davynn. I'm going to give you an advantage because of your swim speed.
Hey!
You're quite at home in the water. There is no reason that you would splash around. So between the two of you, you're able to kind of work your way around the wall and be as stealthy as possible in this large room. I assume you're making your way to the other door, because there's no other obvious exit to this room.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So as you get about halfway around this, curved cave, the sound of the Squid Wizard bounces around in your skull for a moment. speaking in, again, common, understandable. Lovely of you to return. Did you decide to talk?
I don't understand this because I am a dolphin.
I will
You
think
can't
in my
respond
brain.
because you're...
I'll think in my brain in common. We're just looking for something we misplaced. Or someone. We'll be out of your hair soon. Or tentacles. We'll be out
That's
of whatever
racist.
you call your headpiece soon.
So you get the voice bouncing around again. That is a coincidence. I've lost items as well. I'll trade, if you'd like.
What items have you lost?
Why don't you come sit and deal, and I will tell you.
What is stopping you from summoning for aboleths again?
Nothing. I haven't. There is nothing to stop me from ending any of your friends' lives at the moment, but I'm not. You might have to trust me just a little bit.
Okay. No magic trust this time? Promise?
I promise.
Alright. I will motion down towards the Squid Wizard.
Here we go.
Alright. The Squid Wizard is sitting and rearranging the items on his table again and again and again, over and over, seeming to try and find a pattern that only it is aware of. It doesn't look up as you approach, but it does begin to speak again in your noggins. I've given you air. Consider it a opening bargaining move. Trust.
Oh, sweet. I can talk again. I can breathe again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're fine now. Yeah.
Okay.
I will undolphin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pat Lana on the fin. So, what is it that you've lost?
Properly stolen, not lost. I don't lose. But it is still gone. Your other carries a piece taken that must be returned before anything else. And another, there are several pieces. Only one is here, different than the one that you stole. It is on your vessel. My pet failed. I saw that you punished him accordingly. That will need to be factored into the ultimate bargain. But bring me my item, or what it is in, and the other item, the one that you stole, and I will return most of your things to you.
Davynn very not subtly shifts the bow that he's carrying behind his back even further.
Lana shifts nothing because it's in a bag of holding, and therefore it's not real.
That's good logic.
So, just to be clear, there is something on our ship that you wanted, which is why the Dragon Turtle attacked our ship.
Yes. You don't have it.
And there's a matching thing that we stole.
Yes.
Uh,
It must be returned.
What was it?
A coal, a precious coal.
Oh,
It
that's
is mine,
Nice.
and I will have it.
Yeah, I think
We can do that.
How about we go consult with the rest of our team and we'll let them know about the terms of this. In the meantime, though, can we have some kind of assurance that this person that we've lost is okay?
No. I will bring them here. You cannot go until my things are back. But I will bring them here, alive, if you wish.
But we need to go to get the things.
Not all. Not all, and not without sufficient consideration. And he holds up a tentacle, and he sends two flying out in one direction. Home team, who has been waiting for Strike Team Fish to return. There is a very soft, splotchy sound that echoes behind you in the corridor, seemingly appearing out of nowhere, and what can only be described as mud golems that are still wet and tacky and have been decorated with leaves to look like pirates. So like they've got little scarves of seaweed around their neck and like the appearance of shirt sleeves, but very real looking swords slide their way along the rock, leaving a sludge trail. And they're coming from the other direction fairly relentlessly, and putting one muddy paw out each of them. There are two, but they're large enough that they effectively take up the width of this corridor. And they don't talk so much as kind of gurgle, like they open their mouths, but the mud just falls through because they're not quite dry yet. But yeah, one sort of croaks out, "Step back."
Would step back take us into the water?
Yeah, it would.
Why?
Meeting. Safe.
Me either. What's your name?
One of them kind of stops short, and his little friend takes 2 steps forward and then stops and kind of looks at him like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And then the other guy catches up, and they don't answer. They just keep on trucking. They don't seem to have an answer for that question.
What do you want from life? Is this what you want? Being bossed around by some squid wizard? Haven't you ever stopped to think about maybe you could do better? You don't really have to do what he tells you to do.
What is your purpose?
Yeah.
You pass the butter.
You don't have to be a slave. You're better than
Oh
this.
my god!
I love it.
We have a boat. If you could just help us get it off the rocks, we could take you with us and we could sail all together free on the ocean. It would be rad.
Be rad.
I mean, you already are dressed for the part. Like,
They
look at
are.
how dope your pirate stuff is.
You are.
they're-
Yeah, look at that. You're made for it.
They're
You
very
should- you guys
jaunty.
should think about it.
But they're not stopping. And the real estate is closing between the two of you. So you can step back, or I guess attempt to fight.
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess want to dive down?
No, but I can't. Do we have a choice?
I
Do
mean,
we want to make our last stand here, beaten
no.
together up by a couple of mud pirates?
No.
Hey!
No. Just think as we turn around to go down to the water. This could have been your chance. There's something greater.
The offer's still on the table, though, if you change your minds, because It would be rad to have mud
But make
pirates
sure you
on
do it
board.
at like a dramatic point when we're like all hope is lost, then you come to our rescue. Then
Yeah.
we can even more.
All right, but think about what you're making us do here too, and if you feel guilty, you should.
I'm crying.
We'll sink underneath the water.
All right. Yes, you find out very quickly as you sort of search for the doorways out that you two can breathe and speak underwater again, just as you could before. So as it is a fairly straight shot between your position and the overarching temple, you're able to find your way pretty quickly. And popping out into the main temple area, you get the telepathic rattle in your skull. Come, sit, deal.
Enslaving mud is not a good do. Mud has rights.
I feel like we missed something, but welcome to the negotiation.
Sorry we got off on the wrong foot earlier.
Doesn't look up at you. All its tentacles are now focused on getting whatever pattern it feels it needs to get correct.
Is he casting a spell or something?
No, he's just playing with the things on the table.
Oh,
He keeps trying to arrange them over and over and over and over again, and whenever he's done, he just wipes it clean and starts all over again.
What you doing? Are you like making a specific thing?
That is not important.
Can I help?
I think this piece should go here. I'll move it.
Do not touch. Do not touch it. It is mine. These are all mine. And all the tentacles like scoop up all his stuff and start holding it close to him, leaving just one tentacle free. These are mine.
What's this deal that you want to make?
I want my items returned. All items returned, including the item upon your vessel. I want compensation for my associate, my pet, and in return, I will let you go.
How about the compensation is for the pet is canceled out by the fact that you sent it to kill us?
Incorrect.
I heard
sent
correct.
it to retrieve. Wrong. You are wrong. It was sent to retrieve.
Your pet's actions were indirectly trying to kill us, and therefore, if it was acting under your authority, then shouldn't you therefore be held responsible for damage to our ship?
And it starts to play with the things on the table again. No.
This is bad faith negotiations, man.
No.
Well, what? Okay, first of all, what was it trying to retrieve?
An item, a stone, very small, gold and white. It is on your ship. None of you have it.
Gold and white?
Therefore, it's on Sakri.
Exactly. I think it's whatever Sakri had in that lot.
Aha. Well, we would have to confer with our the owner of that. Well,
We have to go and get it because we can't get her back here.
You can't get who?
The other person on the ship that has it.
There is no other person on your ship. This is incorrect. This is incorrect.
There is another life form on the ship.
That is wrong. You are wrong, and this is a trick.
It's not a trick.
There is another person. How can we prove it to you somehow?
No.
Why not?
I sense all things. This is my home. I know everything. I know every bit. I know every snippet. I know everything that moves through here. I know everything that leaves and everything that comes. I sense every heartbeat within 100 miles of this place. There is no living thing on your ship.
Well, then maybe she's not living.
She might be a zombie then.
Yeah. There's weird stuff in this world, man. There's weird stuff. Or am I the asshole for saying man? Thing? Squizzard? There's weird stuff in this world, Squizzard.
What's your name, by the way? Or can we just call you Squizzard?
I don't care what you call me. You are insignificant. You do not matter. One of you can go and bring me my possessions. Just one of you may go. And then I will let you go.
So that narrows us down to the few people who can breathe, which I think makes it me or Davynn.
Well, we can all breathe. We got
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
here.
you can technically all breathe now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he
Even if we
changed it
leave.
back to air. So you guys should be okay.
Well,
I'm sensing a Dragon Orb Part 2 to this
No.
thing.
He just wants it. It is mine. I want it.
Bring
Bring me the container.
Where's
One of you.
Hildreth? He had the best rapport with Zachary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hildreth is the one that apparently he has Hildreth, and that's part of why we ended up in this negotiation situation to begin with.
Well, bring Hildreth here. We'll explain what's going on to him, and he can go get your thing because he has the highest chance of being able to get it.
He is mine now. Go and get the
Can't-
other thing that is mine.
Own things, own people.
Yeah.
So for the first time, Squid Wizard looks up at you directly, Davynn. I say he's mine. I say he's in my possession.
Are you
I
going to give him
say,
back?
if you do as I say, perhaps. I want my coal. I want my stone. I want.
Well, the
I
coal's
want my
part of
thing.
this too.
Yes, I want my things.
What does the coal do?
Eerie?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, are we standing on stone?
Yes, you are standing. Well, yeah, it's marble. Yeah.
Don't pick a fight.
They're not. He's not. They're already saying like no, like we're not ever gonna release Hildreth.
No, they're not. He's saying he is going to release him, isn't he? If we just give
No.
him his shit.
Hildreth is. He said that Hildreth is his now.
Well, if we, I mean, we can't really confer, but if we can get him these two things, we've got like someone he can't detect who we might be able to talk into freeing Hildreth for us. If we start a fight here, we're dead.
I know.
But Kern really wants to.
Meanwhile, Hildreth is suffering terribly at the hands of boredom.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
He's playing
I can
games with his shadow, doing whatever.
Yeah.
I can keep messing with Ainelli and being like, "Yo, totally get Hildreth out here for us."
So just to be clear, you're not going to give Hildreth back. Is that what you're saying?
I am not unreasonable. I want actually fair trade. You say a creature on your ship that has my item. Yes?
Well, the reason you can't sense this creature is because it's a ghost. So you can't really possess ghosts.
Let's go.
If it possesses something of mine, then I can possess it. That only makes sense. Bring it to me, bring both to me, and I will give you the other. I will trade. That's a fair trade.
No, it isn't.
Goes back to arranging his cutlery.
Look, I used to be a paladin of Gren, and I know about fair trades and justice and all that shit. This is not a good trade.
I didn't say it was a good trade for you. I said it was a good trade.
That's bad faith negotiations again, right there.
A different tact. I still have items missing. The thief who took the stone stole other things. Contract with me. Be my new hunters. I can tell you precisely where they are located. Bring them all to me, and I will lend you your friend.
Lend.
If you break the contract, he is mine. But only if you break the contract. That is, I would say, more than fair.
So you release him into our custody now. We will take him to go hunt down your shit.
Correct. If you sign.
But if we don't,
we don't have time to do that.
We have other important business to get to.
Badger,
we're on a diplomatic mission.
Why did
There's,
we
like,
have to leave Hildreth behind?
the fate of all kinds of stuff hanging in the balance. I was on drugs at the time, but it sounded important. Why are we collecting this person again?
No time limit. Just a
All right.
contract.
Can we have a little bit of time to think this over?
A few.
Like, can we sleep on it?
Incorrect. I don't advise sleeping here.
Well,
You
then
would-
can we take the ship outside and then go sleep and then come back in?
How
No.
many things are we talking about? How many things do we have to collect?
My stone is one. There are
Right.
2 other pieces.
The coal.
The coal is not up for discussion. The coal will not leave this room again, or you will not leave this room again. It is a
Well,
very
you know,
simple issue.
We don't have the coal. The guy Hildreth, he has the coal. So, just get the coal from him. Problem solved.
Yeah, you already have the coal.
He
Didn't
looks
know that, did you?
confused.
You don't know everything, huh?
Yeah.
He narrows his little squid eyes. His little beak starts working back
Uh-oh.
and forth. And it's already half solved. So if one of you goes and gets me my stone, then we are completely solved. And I will overlook the bow.
So you just want the stone, and then you'll give our friend back.
I want
Or did
the
you
stone.
still want us to hunt other stuff down?
That would be an interesting agreement I'm willing to make. Give me the stone and I will let you leave. Bring me the person that you say carries the stone. I will give you your friend back. And let you leave. It is a fair trade.
You keep saying that.
It is. Your friend is interesting. If there is a person on your ship I cannot detect, that is also interesting. Interesting for interesting.
Why did we have to tell him about Zachary?
I don't know. Oh wait.
Can
Oh,
Hildreth?
no.
I
I've
get
got it.
Hildreth-
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, yep.
Go ahead.
I
What?
figured it out. I know how to get out of this. We will do it as you ask.
Okay, we're gonna trust you on this one, Xylund.
Oh, that's never bitten us in the ass before.
No,
I
this
was
is a
gonna
good
say
plan. This
something
is a good
pretty
plan.
similar to that.
This is a good plan. I'll explain once we're out of here.
I do not believe you.
It's genius. Once I explain it, you're going to be like, holy shit, Silent. It's like you planned the whole thing.
I would hope you planned your plan.
I mean, before we got into this jam. All right, so we'll go get the thing. We'll bring back the culprit. Who wasn't a
Not
ghost.
all of you can go.
Right, I'll do it.
And go.
Alright.
Explain your plan real quick in whispers.
All right. So
I'd rather just trust Xylund right now, because if we start
That's a
talking, like,
sentence.
yeah,
no, like if we start talking, like the Chancellor Squizzard's gonna know like what's going
Yeah.
on, because he's like,
He
I
is-
can hear everything.
He is a telepath, yeah, and he did say he senses everything that goes on in his island. So
I'm just making like trust me gestures and stuff like that, and like yeah, it's all
I'm
good.
not reassured.
strangely,
I would like to
Live.
take a short rest while Xylund is gone.
I look deeply into Xylund's eyes and give him a stern once nod.
A stern Kern look.
Turn
Stern
Kern.
Kern
No.
look.
It's good. It's all
All
good.
right. So that will be the trade-off. Is everyone who stays can have the benefit of a short rest.
Don't need
Except
those.
for-
I've got all my health.
All right, Xylund, you're on your own, buddy. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, I'll head back to the ship.
Okay. So you can go the way you came.
Okay.
Very straight and to the point. The ship is where it was. Zachary is still leaning up against the captain's wheel.
So word on the street is that you stole a white and gold stone from a squid wizard.
I'm sorry? Squid was
Do you have a white and gold stone on you?
I do.
Where'd you get it?
I stole it from.
From a squid wizard?
No, no, I stole it from an asshole. I stole it from some lord who has more stuff than sense. Not the only thing I took. I borrowed. I appropriated.
Do you know what it does?
I know it's pretty.
Okay, can I take a look at it? I might be able
Oh.
to tell you what it does.
Oh.
Also, I'm going to need to take it
No.
forever because if I
No.
don't
No.
get back to this
Yeah.
Was this the plan?
No, there's more to the plan. Just
No. Can't have it. It's mine.
look. Okay, here's the deal. Everyone else is being held captive by a squid wizard underwater. He has the power to make the water breathable, but he has the power to also make it not breathable. And they're all being held like underwater, where he could kill them by just snapping his tentacle. And what he wants from us
Looks to
is
the
for us-
sky like picturing that. Go ahead.
So what he wants is this stone that he says belongs to him, that he knows you have. We didn't tell him because we didn't know. And he also wants us to turn you over, but we're not going to do that second thing because that's mean or something. Instead, we're going to turn over my homunculus and say that the homunculus stole it.
You have a homunculus?
This is the
Yeah.
worst plan I've ever heard.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
It has no heartbeat. The fucking homunculus has no heartbeat. It's
You
brilliant.
What do you? But it's
But let's see what it does first. Let's see. Okay, let me look at this stone. Let me see what.
no. Okay, you can look at it, but you can't touch it.
I-
You look with your eyes. She pulls it out of her pocket, holds it in her.
I have to touch it.
No,
Look, you hold it in your hand while I touch it. At the
one
same time.
finger. One finger.
One-
That's it.
One finger. That's fine. So I'll cast identify on it.
I will stab you.
You have to hold it there for 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I may stab you anyway.
Shut up.
I love how Xylund's version of negotiating is, let's just do something really simple, really small, and they agree to it. And he's like, okay, now that you're doing that, we've got 10 other things we have to do that are obnoxious and you won't want to do. But we've already started, so let's get going.
It is a perfect plan. It really is. It's actually pretty brilliant.
So what does this stone do?
That stone is actually a minor artifact. It is, yeah. That particular stone, it has the ability to be basically a universal translator, not only for beings from other planes, but it also allows for the location of weak spaces between the planes. And again, as a reminder, in Iyith, the prevailing wisdom is that there are no other planes.
Oh, wow.
But this is it. And the wild magic zone is remnants of the cataclysm that was brought about by basically there being too much magic used irresponsibly and shit blew up. So anything that is planar touched or that talks about extraplanar entities or extraplanar beings or extraplanar magic is considered to be conspiracy theory bullshit. This item has the ability to not quite poke a hole, but at least point you in the right direction of where that's not true.
And Lowe's Island abandoned the party and started a new life with Soccer.
Well, this is really, really valuable. Like, Xylund's been trying to get in touch with Glamored
I love how you're already justifying it.
for a while, and this this would let him do that.
I was joking.
How well do I like? How long have I really known these guys? Like, and being-
Longer than you've had this obsession with the glamour.
Yeah, that's true.
that's true.
Zachary snaps her hand back with her stone in it. You done?
Shit. I'm looking at my Arcan or Artificer things to see if there's anything I can do to make a fake of this. Could I?
It would be, with your levels of Artificer, it would be, I don't want to say impossible, I will just say improbable.
I don't mean like magically. I know I can't, but I mean I am a craftsman who
Yes.
specializes in like goldsmithing and shit. So could I
Yes.
make it something that looks like it?
You don't have the stone. The quality of the stone is fairly, because it's not just a regular gemstone that's been gilded or anything like that. The stone itself is actually fairly specific. You might be able to duplicate it, but it would take some serious time, and you just don't have the materials on the ship.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, that probably wouldn't work anyway because he knew that the stone was on the ship without just like mentally. So, okay, well, this thing's really valuable, I say to Sakri. So we need to turn it over now.
Oh, well, you just said it was really valuable.
Right, but I mean, we're gonna have to make plans to steal it back. We'll worry about that later. But like,
How are you gonna...
what?
Nothing.
Look, we're stuck down here forever. I can't drive this ship. Like, I can't. Kern is the one who drives the ship, and he's down there being held captive by a squid wizard.
Like,
So we got to turn this over.
I've been on a couple ships. It's pretty easy to find people to drive ships, and we could
Middle of
just
like there are mud golems and arbaleths or aboleths or whatever.
in
they're-
there, not out here. Why don't we just get the lifeboat and go row for a bit and see what we find? With
The squid wizard can't sense your presence, but he can sense mine. He's gonna, notice if I.
So he doesn't know I'm here?
What? Who said that?
Why?
Whichever way we can go. You don't owe those people anything. Seriously, you should hear the stuff they say about you behind your back. Why don't we just go?
What do they say about me behind my back?
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe. Like, Davynn's got quite a potty mouth on him. But anyway, I can tell you on the boat. Why don't we get on the boat?
Look, we need to turn over the stone, okay?
Need is a very strong word.
But once we're free of this place, we will definitely make some kind of plan to get it back.
I love
because-
that you keep saying we, like you've got a turd in your pocket.
Actually, as an artificer.
Okay, fine, but you have no idea how much you owe me. I should just get to stab you on principle just to make myself feel better about this.
Well, we'll settle that bill later. On the positive side, I'm not trying to turn you over. You should be really pretty grateful for that.
You said he can't find me anyway.
Yeah, but I could, handcuff you and drag you down there.
Really? Well, I guess if you insist. She puts out her hands. Just take the damn thing.
All right, I take the stone. I go fetch my homunculus. I'm like, all right, monkey, I'm sorry about this.
No, monkey.
If it's
We
any
are
consolation,
lonely.
you will be replaced by a different homunculus. Totally not.
Calculation.
Oh, I love it.
Oh shit! I can make my new homunculus out of this dragon turtle claw
And you have bits of shell.
and bits of shell. That'll be rad. Okay.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves there.
There's enough shell.
Yeah, I can. I'll make your shield, but I'll also whatever scraps are left over, I can use for that. Anyway,
All
we'll
right.
deal with that later. All right.
Okay. So you've got your homunculus, you've got the stone.
Yeah.
You got Sacred cursing your name. You can head back the way you came, unmolested. Nothing's there to stop you. Although you distinctly hear wet plopping sounds as you walk around. You just don't see anybody.
We're almost on our way out. If you want to If you change your mind, just head to the boat. Wait for us there. I shout to the empty tunnel.
Okay. You're able to make your way back to the crew who is lounging semi-comfortably around, waiting for you to return. The Squid Wizard would not let you leave the area directly in front of him, so you're going to have to rest there. He gets very upset if you touch any of his stuff, Lana, as a warning. So, like, the first time you go to poke a pile of stuff, he gets visibly uncomfortable and snaps at you to not touch your stuff.
Noted.
So, I mean, it's not just me that's noticed this. We spend more time together when you're in an animal form.
Yeah, I think it's just because we do crazy shit all day, which usually entails me having to turn into, like, a giant eagle, and then we collapse from exhaustion and injury for the rest of the day.
That probably makes sense. It's just, like,
Yeah.
weird, because you don't really get to spend time with the real you. What do you think, Squidward?
I think you should be grateful that I haven't killed you already, and your friend should return quickly for your sake.
I mean, well, yes, but, like, more to the point about the fact that me and my are we like a thing? I don't
Pretty
know.
sure.
I feel like have we used the word? We haven't used the
I
word
think
girlfriend
so.
and boyfriend before.
No.
Yeah. What do you think?
If you two do not
I
stop with the
I
prattling,
interpreted Lily, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm sure Lily's losing her shit. If you all are not silent and quickly, I will take the air away again. Do you want that? Is that a thing that you want to happen?
I would prefer it.
I do want the
Sit.
air.
Quietly. Thank you. So, Xylund, you are able to return with your homunculus in tow to a chastised group.
As soon as I see that he's bringing his homunculus back, I'm like, you beautiful son of a bitch. Except I don't say that. I start getting like really angry at him. I was like, how dare you turn over a monkey? You don't understand, like, he's essential to. I'm just trying to sell it.
No, Kern. We can't hide from the consequences any longer. Monkey has
God
been
damn it.
bad homunculus, going off on his own to steal precious stones from squid wizards. Bad monkey, bad.
I like to think
slap-
that Monkey does like some sort of like sad face.
Like Bulbo from Clash of the Titans.
I slap him in the face. I'm like, I thought you were better than this, Xylund.
Your words cut me to the quick, Kern. I will try to do better.
So the squid wizard puts down his various odds and sods that he's been playing with and reaches out to take the homunculus. This is the creature.
Now that I have to hand him over, I'm suddenly reluctant. But I sort of close my eyes and hand him over. That's him.
Takes him and wraps his dirty little tentacles around him. Fascinating creature. Gem is inside. He shakes it.
No, I've got the gem here.
Oh, put out a tentacle for that too.
Give him the gem.
We
And my
definitely
coal has been returned, as I am told. You may have your friend.
Just out of curiosity, what was the other shit you needed hunted down anyway?
You said you were uninterested.
I didn't say that. I'm not entering into a new negotiation necessarily. I'm just
Well, then I
wondering
don't
what
care
your
to discuss
negotiation
it.
would be. Well, tell me what
You
it
have
is.
your
Let's see
friend.
how hard it is to find.
It's not
Just
hard.
in case, like, we come across it and we can be like, our friend Squizzard, wants this, so I guess we can. It's another reason to come back and say hi to you.
I would prefer you not. I would
Well,
prefer you take your friend
I-
and go.
Feel hurt and betrayed and
How about
sad.
this?
I thought we were like really making rapport here for a bit. Like you with your
Guys, let's go.
Hildreth, from your perspective, there is the outline of a door that appears in your small room, not in the location where you first entered, but from the adjacent wall. It's outlined in sort of a blue-silver light. It's a little too short and a little too thin. You're going to have to duck a little bit to get through, but it outlines itself and then it kind of fills itself in with silver light.
Can he kind of like peer in real quick, kind of see what's going on? Like what's on the
No.
other side?
All you see is the silver light. It's not see-through. You actually have to step through it.
He'll ask his shadow if he should go. He's not so certain because Zohar, and even though he's separated from Zohar in the bags, he's within range. He doesn't know if he'll still be in range if he goes for the silver door.
Right.
I think he will not go through.
Okay.
He takes his jobs very seriously, and he doesn't want to abandon his only friend that's here, Zohar.
All right. So the door remains where it is. And then you feel Zohar himself fade away too.
Oh, I am very upset by this. In that case, probably will go through the door on a hunt for Zohar because Zohar is not there no more.
No, Zohar not there no more. And you come out on the ship, like you walk out of the mast of the ship.
Oh, that's weird.
Onto the main deck. And Zohar is hanging out. He's waiting for you. The packs that you were guarding have all been returned to the ship. They're on the main deck. And there is a fairly annoyed looking Zachary that is not going through the packs, but is looking at them intently.
Did you do this?
What even is she?
No, they just appeared. They just showed up. And then that, and she points at Zohar, shows up.
He'll, hold up his arm, beckon her back, scratch her behind the head. Coo, good girl. She's good like that.
Lost
I can
a
trust her to
fortune
get a job
today.
completed. Did you lose something?
I lost a fortune. And all I got was nothing. I didn't even get to stab anybody.
We could find someone for you to stab.
I think that's a really good plan.
Who stole your item? We can kill them, skin them alive.
Well, I didn't
Pluck
steal
their
it. I
eyeballs out.
kind of gave it to him, but that's a little harsh. But still.
I'm much less inclined to feel sympathy for you now.
Come on. Whatever. So as they are bickering on the ship, Squidward tells the group, your items have been returned. My items have been returned. Our deal is complete.
Hang on. Okay, so here's the deal. How about you just take care of that homunculus? Like, don't harm it, don't take it apart or anything. And if we come across one of your items, we'll come back here, give it to you, and you will give me back the homunculus in question.
I don't like to give my things away. Should you find something interesting, sufficiently interesting, then perhaps. That is not an open invitation. You are not guests. You are not welcome here. You are trespassers. I would prefer that you trespass no longer.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, one last thing. So how long have you lived here? I have so many questions.
I've lived here for much longer than you can possibly fathom.
So were you here when this was a temple?
Do you think this is a temple?
Well, what is it then?
I would not expect you to understand, but this is what is called a library. A repository of information.
It's dedicated to Lyrinel, though, correct?
It is dedicated to me and my things, and not you. You are free to go.
Right, but there's all kinds of Lyrinel shit written on the walls.
That is correct. The people who lived here did that. I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't care to understand. It's not
So you
important.
moved in after them?
In a manner of speaking. They still exist. Partially. Mostly. Somewhere.
Where?
Wherever I tell them to be. Have I made mention that you are not welcome here and I can make you die at any moment?
Yeah, you did. Okay, we're on our way. We're on our way. Let's go, guys. But just one last thing. Could I talk to these
One
people?
more thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know Lana and Davynn have taken off. They're done. They're gone. They're like, we're out of here. Talk to them. We don't talk much.
They weren't the mud golems, were they?
Mud golem.
The mud pirates?
No. No. Perhaps. You're very confusing. I can let you join them if you would like. That is the most I can offer.
What would that entail?
Trade. You work for me. Permanently. No contract. Of course. There's much to do. Much to catalog, much to survey. Many people who come and try to steal. You could be my guard. Wouldn't that be fun?
I think I'll pass on that. But couldn't I just talk to them for a little bit?
Not unless you wish to join them. They're not yours, they are mine.
What was the name of this place?
Is that truly important?
Yep.
Then trade me.
Oh my god, it's not that important.
And go away.
Okay, what do you want?
Trade me.
Well, let's see. I have this paper hat.
You have a paper hat?
Yep. It's in the shape of a tricorn.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see, what else do I have? Do you smoke?
No.
You ever thought of taking it up?
No. Imagine everyone else has made it back to the ship at this point. Like, it's just Xylund by himself, which means he'll probably be kidnapped at any moment. Trade blood moss.
Yeah, I offer him a little thing of blood moss. I don't have much left by now.
No.
Well, I mean, do you have any interest in this dragon turtle claw I carved off your...
Pet? No. That you may keep.
I have money. Do you want money?
No. You're dismissed.
Well, maybe I could trade information. Is there anything you'd like to know about the outside world?
I know everything I need to know about the outside world. I doubt you can enlighten me on anything.
Well, how about I just owe you one?
That is incorrect. Sash all in the painting? Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Are you gonna give anything up? Everyone's getting ready. You're gonna miss the boat, buddy.
Okay, well, I don't really think I have anything, like, certainly not on me other than drugs and, like, and bits of dragon turtle.
You'll have to go away disappointed.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I leave.
Okay. You're able to get back on the boat. The water
As we're
is
leaving.
beginning to rise. Yeah, as the crew is preparing to go. Here comes Xylund. Back up to the boat. Everyone is now on the ship. Zachary is still staring daggers at Xylund. At all of you, really, but mostly Xylund.
I'm pretty sure those aboleths were illusions.
Well, I mean, let's go out on the high seas, get some rest, and then come back and fucking kick his squiddy face in.
I've already marked on our map where this island is.
I do think it's a good idea to come back to Kate and kick his squiddy face because he seems to be owning people.
Yeah, there's a lot, like, there's definitely something fishy going on here. You wouldn't tell me even what the name of the place was.
I believe it's Cephalopody.
Cephalopody?
Give me one night and I can figure out how to get us all underwater safely.
All right. He's made enemies with the wrong crew of badasses.
All right.
All right.
Let's sail away. Let's sail away.
Hildreth is asking why you're all upset.
Because he's a
dick. Pleasant experience. Who was?
It's a long story.
Okay. So, we're calling him Squidward. Davynn starts and then explains the rest of the situation.
Oh. Sounds like you handled it well enough.
We didn't get
Handled
anything,
it
though.
well. No, you didn't get anything, and it cost me my stone.
Yeah, we need that stone back, and I'll tell the others what it does.
No, we don't need it. I need it. I stole it.
You're part of the team, Zachary.
Consider it payment for saving your life.
It honestly sounds like a Bloodwell style artifact. Anything extra planar does a little
You can't. Schmudwell in public.
Yeah, we are wrapping up. Thanks, Noel. I know. That's all it is at this point. It's just these guys working around.
Right.
We'll catch you next time.
Alright. Yeah. Can we
All
just
right.
leave with us arguing? With
Yes,
each other?
that's how we will close out. Yeah, you guys have no more obstacles between you and the open sea. You're able to leave freely, get off the shoals and back into open waters. As you pull away, the mists sort of close up over the island a little bit. You can still see it there, the outline of the crag center, and sort of the haze that clings to it. It's still there, only not entirely. Yes, we will close with you guys arguing about the Schmudwell. Zachary loudly proclaiming her claim to the stone. I will give, as a note to you guys and to myself, Lily would have had ample opportunity while hanging out in the ruins to take notes.
Yeah, she definitely.
Although it would have been difficult for her to write underwater, she does have an excellent memory.
Okay, good.
So I will give Nex all the information that Lily would have been able to gather within that span of time. So we will have that to go over a little bit as well, and we'll save that for next time.
Okay.
When Nex is here.
All right.
But yeah, so everyone, you got some stiff, and almost died. That's okay. Don't forget to write down your bits, Hildreth. Your tongue and your jellyfish.
Oh yeah, you got
and
a dragon
everything.
turtle tongue.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, everyone's got their treasures. We will catch you in the next session.
Yep.
Thanks for coming, guys.